participants, today is December 1, 2025, and the current time is 8:20 p.m. Please be aware that consumption of unauthorized screen cleaners is not recommended. We've had to remind some of our more adventurous comrades that screen cleaners do not clean your eyes. That concludes today's announcements.
この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。
Okay, give me like 1 second because I completely forgot that I have to turn on this iPhone thing that people use so that they can be, you know, tracked like to control the meat puppet that they call their VTuber avatar that I'm always forgetting to do. Anyways, how are all of you doing, comrades? I think this is working now, right? Please. There we go. Hey, I'm alive. Isn't that crazy? Did you all survive Thanksgiving? And if you live in an area where there was a lot of snow, did you survive the snow too? Because apparently a lot of places got snow, including all the way down as far south as Atlanta and St. Louis, which was kind of crazy for me to find out because I was like, oh, I didn't even realize that even gets snow. And yet here we are, very much alive and surviving. How are all of you doing? If you had American Thanksgiving, congrats on surviving another year of turkey and Black Friday shenanigans. Otherwise, hopefully you just had a normal weekend where it wasn't suffering and there wasn't anything super crazy going on with your lives and all you had to do was deal with whatever you normally have to deal with. How are all of you doing? You like Rimworld? Because we're doing Rimworld today. I don't know if people actually like this run. I feel like this run is kind of just eh. And maybe it's not as exciting for people. I thought it would be kind of interesting with being like cavemen trying to reach the industrial era, but the more I think about it, I'm like, maybe it's not actually as fun as I thought it was gonna be. I'm not sure how much people actually care about this run, but for now, we're just gonna keep going with it and see how far we can get along, because at the very least, there's something to do. And, you know, we're getting meat. We're smoking a lot of our meat right now, and we have some fresh, well, smoked meat and lots of wood. And I think now that we're in spring, we're trying to at least make sure we have a lot of crops to survive the winter, because we were running out of a lot of food when winter came. And so we're gonna try to make sure we don't let that happen this time around. In additional notes, there's a lot of corpses that we gotta get rid of, and we lost, I think, 4 people last stream due to various infections and flus, because disease comes for us all, and we barely have any heal root to keep us alive, and that is a very, very big problem. In fact, none of these fields are growing heal root, which is also a really big issue, because I believe we don't even have the knowledge juice, or we need someone with minimum growing 8, and I don't know if we have anyone that has. Okay, just kidding, we do. We will try to grow heal root once this potato crop is done, so once this one is done. Hello, enemies, how are all of you doing? Hello, Zoingo and Steven, Goldenrod, and Raking Restoration for being first. Also, Green Mole and Umi. Are you all excited for Minecraft? We're finally starting the community Minecraft server on Wednesday. Now, I wanted to add some mods to it that I was hoping to get working, but quite frankly, I couldn't figure out how to do it. I'm not really good at modifying Minecraft mod packs, and that might be a little too much skill that I have or am willing to put in the effort to learn, so I didn't bother with it, because I really wanted to do Minecraft transit railway system, but I guess with Create already has trains, so maybe we'll just do trains anyways, and hopefully it will be fine. Anyways, yeah. Have y'all been? Hopefully you're all surviving and not suffering that badly. You enjoyed your 4-day weekend? Hey, look, 4-day weekend is good because it just means that you have more time to relax and not really have to worry about anything, right? I felt like I didn't do anything super significant over the multi-day weekend, and I felt kind of bad because I was like, oh, I should be doing something important, and I just kind of sat around and like that was it. I played some video games, and beyond that, it was just chilling and not doing anything important, which I felt kind of bad about. Like, oh man, I should have done something more important with my time, but I didn't, and now I'm being punished by, I don't know. It's okay. Sometimes you just need those like relaxing weekends. I did pull out my art tablet once, and I did pull out my Fusion 360 and tried to do something on the 3D printer, but then I realized, wow, I need to print this on the side because the way I printed it, peeling out those supports were awful, and the whole thing split apart after I was done removing the supports, because peeling off supports is really, really bad and sucks, and it puts a lot of stress on the layer lines. So I learn a little bit day by day every time I print something new, which is fun, and it's great. It's a learning experience. It's fine. Yeah, it's better to learn and fail than to never try at all, or something like that. At least that's what I hear. So yes, we're all very... Yeah, oh, did the thing not work? Oopsies, this thing always breaks in half. I always have to, like, manually connect this now, which is really weird. There you go. Hopefully your commands will now work, Immortal and Steve. This should be fine. Look at how beautiful our colony is. We have a fire pit. We have lots and lots of stuff that's deteriorating, which is fine. And we're trying to make sure we have the materials we need to survive. Now, we have a lot of food now. In fact, this crop field, I want to actually switch this to... what? Oh, hello. That's a very early raid. Oh my gosh. Hello. Oh my gosh, what is happening here? Hello, Ray Sunshine and Captain Havelrock. Let me take a look at this channel real quick before I continue to say anything else. Are you a VTuber? It sounds like VTubers. I know you're a VTuber because your name has literally VTuber in it. Let's see. How are all of you doing, fellow people who have come in? Hold on one second. I'm like trying to track a million different things that's going on. Okay, let me pause this real quick. How are all of you? Hopefully you had a fun Rimworld stream. I appreciate the raid, by the way. For those of you who are new here, I'm Professor Kashiwa Yukinora. Most people just call me Oak because it's a lot easier to say. I'm saying this really fast because I am maybe hyped up on a little bit of caffeine, and we're playing Rimworld. In case you're wondering, I am a guy. I just like using a female avatar model because that's what I do, because that's how real gamers are. And hopefully you all had a fun time doing whatever it was in your Rimworld run. Let me take a look at each of your stuff real quick. Also, thank you, Havelock, for the follow. Okay, so Ray Sunshine, let's see. You're doing Rimworld. Let's see here. Taking a peek. Oh my god, you really do have just a model. Wait, that model is great. I don't know what I expected, but... that shrimp model... not at all what I was anticipating. Oh, that's great. Let's see. I always like to see what people play when they're raiding in, and just kind of, I'm just always curious. But I'm glad you guys like the model. It's a pixel model. This is not my normal model. This is the one that I use a lot more frequently, though, because it's the more up-to-date one. I have another one that's the more high-definition, high-resolution one. Oh my god, my internet's dying again. Whoa. Oh, shoot. I did not mean to do that. Okay. Like, this is my normal model, so this is what I normally look like. But the Pixel one is, I think, a lot more people enjoy. So, it's all 2D. This is all live 2D model stuff. Also, hi, son. How are you? Oh. Wait, did I miss something, Zoingo? Why are we throwing things at me? But yeah, that's kind of... It's all live 2D. The credits for who made them are in the bio somewhere down there below stream if you just peek down there. So anyways, thanks for the raid. I appreciate it very, very much. Hopefully your stream was great and fun, enjoyable times in the Rim. I don't think I've ever interacted with either of you before, so hopefully... Oh shoot, was there a maid redeem? There wasn't a maid redeem. Okay. But yeah, I play a lot of strategy games here, mostly like Rimworld. And I know this week we're doing like a Minecraft community server that we're starting. But usually things like Hearts of Iron, a lot of weird strategy stuff because that's the stuff I enjoy. Also, we're getting attacked. So welcome to the caveman experience, where we start off as cavemen and we're slowly trying to free ourselves and moving on to more better and brighter futures as, I guess, civilized individuals. Also, Immortal's about to get murdered, I think, so hopefully Immortal can just go over there and, I don't know, start chopping heads off. Good luck. Although you're getting peppered with arrows, which is not ideal. Just gonna have to go out here and just start bashing heads in, especially because Immortal just fell down. Now let's get these three out here. Oh yeah, no, I like making proper bases. I know a lot of people like doing mega bases, but I have never been fond of the mega base aesthetic. So I always try to do like a township design, and that's what we did. Yes, we're using Giddy Up with dinosaurs. Hello there. I don't know how to read your name. Yuri? Okay, so we gotta get Immortal. Immortal should be fine. Let's get Sun over here to rescue Immortal real quick. And that should be fine, because these guys should be able to chop these guys down, ideally. Okay, they gave up. Alright, so let's just pull back. You can pull back, pull back, pull back. Let's make sure this one dies, and that should be fine. So I actually disabled a lot of buying items if you play with TTK. Primarily because I don't... we used to let people buy whatever they wanted to, but the balance kind of got thrown off so badly that I chose to stop it. So that it could be at least... I can still experience the game without it being so unbalanced. And if you play with TTK on your streams, I think at some point you'll probably reach the same conclusion that it's not worth keeping. And And so just something to keep in mind. It is very, very unbalanced, and eventually you'll just be like, I guess it's fine, but even still. Oh, right, we have a prisoner who just broke out. I guess... What was I gonna do with it? Was I trying to convert him? Oh, I was. Okay, let's have Ray quickly go over there and, I don't know, try to stop him. Oh, yeah, but you can buy the events, though, which I guess is also really annoying. Alright, just gonna stop this guy from destroying things. Thank you very much. I'd prefer if I didn't lose my... There we go. Okay, so we're gonna go... he will... Okay, he doesn't have an ear anymore, but he'll survive. Okay, so we're gonna capture... Shoot. Who's my builder? Brony's a builder. Okay, so I need... Okay, Z Opposer is injured in... Okay, so... Brony's fine. Okay, I need you to quickly replace the door. And that should be good to go. But anyways, yeah, that's kind of how we do these runs here. I did a lot of other runs. Like, we did some Helldivers runs recently. And we did a typical space-themed run with the new content. And we're waiting to do Nekograd, which is my annual colony, next year. And that'll be also a lot of fun. Thanks to Alana, who usually provides a lot of modding support for all of our shenanigans. What is this thing? Is that a tree? Where did that tree come from? Huh. Surprise tree. Okay, so let's make sure we tend to everyone's injuries, because Ray is hurt. Oh, okay, he died. I forgot to... Okay, we didn't get to him fast enough. Alright, well, that sucks. Unfortunate. We don't have enough colonists, I think, is the biggest issue right now. We don't have enough colonists to fuel our industrial needs. Especially with all these crops that need to be tended to, all the pawns that need to be, you know, maintained. Not to mention tended that haven't even been tended to. Like, look at this. Like, Innovative is just hurt and no one's helping him. Oh, let's make sure he doesn't die. I'd like to make sure he lives. There we go. So now he's okay. But I still need more bandage kits. Oh, we don't have enough. We can make things. Yes, you can cook. I believe in this run, you are Okay, so you were prioritizing cooking. Yes, you are the primary cook. However, I'm going to make you secondary cook. I'd rather you focus on crops. We only really need one cook. And realistically, I have 2 possible cooks right now. So I'm going to actually make Garm Craft. And if he's not doing that, he can cook. And then you'll prioritize dealing with the crops because we need the food to make sure we survive these trying times, to say the least. Let me at least follow this, you shrimp, because this is funny. I'll listen to your stuff later because I'm kind of curious. Your second character? Oh, well, it's okay. You'll be fine. Listen, people do their best to survive. You'll survive, probably, maybe. It'll be okay. Why is my game quiet? There we go. Yeah, no problem. I was like, I'll listen to your stuff later because I'm kind of curious to see what it's like. Listen, sometimes a simple, like, seeing the model is enough for me to click follow because I'll be just so genuinely curious what's going on there. And I was like, huh, a shrimp. So, if anything, that definitely caught my attention. Okay, Sun still has gutworms, which is still the biggest issue. And we still don't have anyone who's able to fuel all these torch lamps because, again, we're using... there is a... It's Jugas and it's already going to be winter time. So we need to go deal with this mech cluster. I don't want to deal with that, though. We don't have the weapons to deal with mechanoids, do we? It's okay. My streams are also sometimes cooked, maybe, kind of. Actually, can we deal with the mechanoids if we run around with halberds? What if we use, What are my other options? Because I assume we can't really sneak up on the mechanoids, and we don't have grenades since we're not using CE for this run. Normally we run combat extended, but for this run I decided we weren't going to run combat extended. I have no idea how I'm going to approach that. How do I even approach that? Maybe if everyone's tended to, we just send our strongest people and hope it's enough? Probably the only solution I can think of realistically. Yeah, because we don't really have any helmets. We can make a leather helmet. generic leather armor. Okay, so let's see, what Ray's carrying shield and sword with steel plate and heavy armor. Unholy has a bow. The Opposer has a parka and a halberd. If we get more people, the mantles, that might be enough to get a little bit more protection. That might be what we need. So I think we'll need a tailoring bench and I think we just have to commit to an attack, right? Well, for one, our colony doesn't care about tainted gear, and two, I haven't had a chance to actually repair your gear yet, so we do need to get you a fresh new set of threads. So first of all, let's make sure this is not forced anymore. Actually, what should we get you? You need proper armor, right? So... okay, here's my plan. Since we do need to kill that mechanoid cluster before it ruins my crops. Let's have Zephos quickly build this thing out. No, I think it was just part of our our ideology where we just didn't care about wearing tainted clothes. I think that's what I put in our ideology. It just straight up does not matter. Yeah, I don't care. That's why. So that's the reason. Okay, so what can we do to make everyone have a little bit more proper clothes? Okay, so we are in a tribal era, so we do have a little bit more options. Padded armor. Oh, that's right, because I installed Medieval 2. That's right, I forgot about that. So we can give you some armor. Padded armor is not the most ideal, but at least it gets you something. So if we do padded armor out of any wools. Oh, we don't have a lot of wools, do we? And you can't make it out of leather either. That's really... oh, wait. Hold on, maybe we can. The mantle out of leather. Don't really care what. The padded armor can only be made out of wools, which we don't really have any. That's unfortunate. And that's a meteor. Uh-oh. It's happening again. Hello? Uh-oh. Is my connection dying again? I think we're okay. Okay, just making sure. I dropped about 200 frames. Like I said, my internet's been a little wonky as of late, and I don't know how to fix it, so we're just gonna hope that it doesn't keep happening the whole time. That's a bunch of Diosauruses. Where did they go? Oh, this is right, okay. Okay, well, as long as it's fine, then that's what matters. Also, we need to research something. What do we research? We need proper armor, I believe. We can go for medieval architecture, which would get us castle walls. Alchemy is also an option to make potions. I need none of that. I need something that protects us. Here we go. So we can get plate armor here, and I think we do need that. So let's get plate armor next. Yeah, big meaty ores. You like big meaty ores? I love big meaty ores. Anyways, how are you doing, Joker and Arani and Skypion? Listen, your meteors were fine. They didn't destroy anything. But we are in the middle of a volcanic winter and a cold snap. And there's a mechanoid thing creating a climate adjustment. So basically, it's summer and we can't grow crops anymore. That's really bad. Very, very bad. And so we need to find a way to survive this because that is very not poggers, especially because we have a lot of crops that we haven't even had a chance to farm yet. And we're not going to be able to farm them at this rate. So it's very much not good. Now we do have a couple stacks of potatoes and other things, but we really gotta get this. Time to get back into magical industrial steampunk world in Minecraft. What mod pack are you running again? Anyways, I hope you're ready for the Minecraft server. I don't know who's playing. I do need to probably make it a whitelist server, is my guess. So at some point I'll probably ping everyone and be like, hey, oh gosh, we gotta chop. Oh my god, all my crops are dying. Okay, I need to. This winter thing is really annoying because like now I have to cut all the plants prematurely. And I really wasn't I was really hoping I wouldn't have to do this, but I have to. I don't have a choice. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, you probably died at some point, and Umi decided to make sure some of us got the plague. Okay, so the thing is, we don't have heal root, which is the other issue. Also, it's dark. So that was a 0% tend quality. That's not good. I think Umi wants the colony to die. Okay, so fill this also. No, you can't buy heals. I blocked buying heals a long time ago. Because I thought the game was too easy if people could just heal their pawns with the power of a Twitch command. So if you die because of my incompetence, then you die because of my incompetence. Yeah, you can't even buy heal root, so Umi's more or less condemned some of these people to die. How do you feel about knowing the fact that some of these individuals would perish at your hands for blessing them or cursing them with the plague, depending on your interpretation? There's a couple heal root farms we can probably harvest. Let's see. Yeah, you... Actually, wait. Yeah, hold on. You did die, right? Huh. Or maybe not. Maybe it was in the previous colony, because I don't see your character. Anyways, let's see. So Infidave's plague is really bad. Who else is a plague? Unholy's tending is moderately okay. And that's fine. So unfortunately it's Infidave's that's really bad. So I need to grab you, Preach Health on Infidave. That at least gives him a little bit of chance to live. When was the last time you were here? Because last time you might have been here was when we were playing the Helldivers campaign, and that was about like 3 to 4 weeks ago. So this is a new run, which is the caveman run. So that might have been, yeah. There's not much you can buy. It's more like you can customize your pawn once you get your pawn. When you get your pawn, you can do things like customize your traits, give them stat boosts, things like that. Very simple things that I felt were at least appropriate for the game. Yeah, it's really for pawn upgrades. The rest of it is just I have to play the game properly. The main issue is that... Oh, geez, that's really bad. Even in a bed. Ugh. And I have to keep making sure they're tended to, fed, and we have to chop all of our crops. We actually lost most of our crops now because we weren't able to chop them fast enough because... let's see. Immortal, you are... It's probably time to get up and start chopping down the crops. Look at all those potatoes we're about to lose. Okay. Oh, I don't know then. Maybe you died? I don't remember. No, you can't feed the colony 5 million slate. It's unfortunate. The problem is I need some of these people to not be dying. Because I need to send them on a little bit of a quest, but if they're dying of gut worms... Okay, Okay, so Immortal's fine, right? Oh, right! Immortal doesn't have a lung! I completely forgot you're missing a lung. And that I was going to go... The next time we found human prisoners, I was going to go rip them apart for lungs, and I completely forgot about that. Ooh, okay, that's, What do the kids say? That's kinda yikes, I guess. Yeah. Okay, well... We'll find a way to get you not dying in the near future. I completely forgot about that. Oh my god. So maybe we shouldn't send you on a mission to kill things, especially because your sword also hates killing things, but that's a different problem. But never mind, it just gives you agonizing pain. Okay, so that's at least gonna be fine. I don't know what to do with these dinosaurs. We may have to kill them for food. Yeah, we are running out of crop. Okay, I gotta go kill that thing. Alright. We gotta go on a small quest. Let's see if we can do it. Alright, hopefully we survive. Let's just make sure Infidave's tended. Let's see, you have... Alright, let's have Ray go over there as she's the best doctor. Also, Ray is missing a lot of toes and fingers for some reason. I don't really have a way to fix that, but, she'll live, probably. I'll just have to do our best. Okay, let's go on a quest. From a caravan, I want... Ray... And... Okay, what are you dying of? Gutworms is fine. What are you dying of? Gutworms is fine. And then we'll send Immortal, so I think 4 people might be enough. And then we'll send the dinosaurs in there so that we can at least use as a mount, but also as a way to carry more things. And then I want to make sure we take along... all the not all the bandage kits, some of them. And then about... like all the simple meals, and... we probably need about 200 smoked meats. And that should probably be fine. That's all we can really take. And then our goal is to go here. To kill that mechanoid. Oh no, it's really easy to get your karma back up. Trust me, it's not that hard. All you gotta do is just buy good events, and that's usually more than enough to become a nice, happy thing. Lungs are overrated as coffee. No, we need the lungs. Lungs are important for our continued, for at least for Immortal's continued survival, because otherwise Immortal's gonna die. Immortal's not exactly having the best time of their life right now. Especially with missing a lung, using steel bow, and also there's a psychic pain for some reason. I don't know. Oh, that's from your sword. Oh my goodness, why is there a defoliator ship as soon as they leave? A defoliator ship decides to land. So now, yeah, we really just aren't allowed to have crops. These poor cavemen are just not having the time of their life. They are just getting demolished. Okay, so what we're gonna do is also I'm gonna build a few air ballists. We're gonna swap a few people off of the garbage weapons, and also I will need a... I think I need not a smithy. Smelter. I need a fueled smelter. Alright, that's enough plagues. Why do you keep buying plagues and diseases? Maybe I need to ban buying diseases. Who got the disease? Sun got the disease. Alright, who here's a decent doctor? Alright, it's just Garm, and we have one bandage kit remaining. Garm is going to be an overworked doctor until the rest of the crew comes back. Okay, so then you need to... Oh, we can't feed... There's not enough food? We ran out of food. Somehow. No, Listen, I have some good redeems enabled and some bad redeems enabled. It's kind of like a mixed bag. Listen, with good comes bad, and with bad comes good. There's always a balance that has to be met. And we can't just make it so it's always easy pickings. It's got to be some bad ones, too. Alright, what do we find? Is that a proximity? Oh my god, how am I don't think we can kill this. Like, how are we supposed to actually defeat this? Hold on. With cavemen. Oh wait, hold on, I have an idea. I'm making this way harder than I need to make this. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna have Ray walk out with the animals. I'm gonna have her just corral them out of here. Will this trigger the... Will this trigger the proximity activator? If I walk up next to this, will this trigger it? Hold on, I have to find out. Alright, so I'm gonna just sneak you in there. Yeah, just, unfortunately, there is auto-charge turrets and pikemen and also 5 mini sluggers and a scorcher, yes. Okay, so they do wake up, okay. So maybe worst comes to worst, we try to bait them and then we'll kill them. Oh, they're not even paying attention to us. Okay, maybe we can... I have a plan. If we can kill this fast enough, we might be able to sneak our way out of here. Alright. Hello there, Kefir. How are you, comrade? Okay. Mount this. Okay. Okay, so... Oh, jeez, this thing is so massive. Also, I don't know why we can't... Can only one person attack this? I guess only one person can attack this at a time. Okay, hold on. We gotta pay attention to this very carefully. This might explode. Okay. Come on. Come on. Okay. So we destroyed it. Good. Now we need to find a way to get out of here alive. So here's my thing. I think if we can sneak around like this... I don't even care about grabbing the components or plasteel, honestly. I just want to get out of here. Alive. See, like, look... Oh, that's what I was afraid of. Alright, Immortal just got beamed in the head. Alright, so now we gotta go quickly grab Immortal and get out of here. Okay, leave, leave, leave. Okay. You've got to be kidding me. Okay, so you want to know something really funny? So, fun fact, did you know we can't walk over deep water? You want to know what's here? Deep water. Like, annoyingly enough, just one tile of deep water. So now I have to have you smash this. Let's see, Immortal's not bleeding to death, right? Okay. Okay, so we're just gonna drop Immortal real quick, and then we're just gonna work together to bash this wall down. It's not exactly the correct way to mine, but if it works, right? Oh wait, you actually have a mining skill. Okay, hold on, let's dig this out. Okay, so why don't we do this? Mine this out, cancel this, mine, and then we're gonna have you undraft and mine this. This might be the only way to get out of here. Okay, do the next one, and then grab Immortal. Okay, then we're gonna draft everyone, and we're just gonna run back over here with all the other animals. And I think this should be enough to get us away from all this disaster. Now, let's see here. Infidave is still dying of the plague, right? It's not been tended to. I don't know if he'll survive, because he's not in bed. I have no more medicine. I think some of them are gonna die. Okay, so how do we just do this? Okay, so okay, hold on. So we can't leave until we kill everything. But if I want to escape, can I escape with the animal? Is there a way to tether these? Okay, so Ray left with the animals, so then these guys just need to walk outside the map. And hold on. Oh my goodness, they're all dying of malnutrition now too. Okay, get over here. Okay, so we're gonna carry you. Okay, so, and then we're gonna carry... Okay, you're gonna carry, and then let's get out of here. Okay, so let's get all these guys out of here. They should be able to eat whatever we have sitting around. Okay, so then Immortal will get tended. We're just gonna walk back. Okay. Garm's trying to make more medicine kits, because we don't have any. Infidave is dying over there. Quickly go rescue him. Garm's trying to do their best. Garm is an overworked, poor bird. Okay. Sun has plague also, and it's going pretty bad, so you're gonna have to rest here for a second. You rescue here, and then you need to quickly tend to him, and then I need Unholy over here as well. Okay, 22 is not ideal. No, there's no rescues. Listen, we gotta do it the old-fashioned way. 20% is not ideal either. Okay, so then you're gonna go over here and then tend here. Okay, they're all fed, which means Garm should be able to go to sleep soon. Tanoshi Irokiki. Hello there. Fight. Trust me, we're trying to fight as best as we can. It's not working out too well. Everyone's dying. But welcome on in, comrade. Welcome to our thing, our colony. Okay, so I think Unholy dies. Infidave may survive. Sun is probably gonna die. At least based on what I'm looking at, that's my guesstimate is what's gonna happen. We had no medicine, and there's really nothing I could have done about that, so we're gonna lose another 4 people to disease. Oh my goodness, it's always diseases that kill us. These guys don't even have any, These guys don't even have any medicine for us to purchase, which is really frustrating too. Tea would give us a little bit of extra sleep and recreation, but not really anything else. That said, I think I do want to buy their stack of tea. In exchange, I will sell them some of the dinosaur hides that we don't really need. And probably the giant stack of human leather that we definitely don't need. That's fine. Okay, so let's do that. Oh, when we come back, we're gonna deal with the defoliator ship too, because there's always something. Everything in this colony just sucks. Average medieval population, that's true. We're like losing half of our colony every single time. Okay. So Immortal's still dying. I wanna go rescue this poor guy real quick. Yeah, let's do that. Okay. And then we'll deal with the defoliator thingy later. That's not my biggest priority right now. Yes, Normar, what do you mean? What do you mean flashbang? Why are we flashbanging this? Listen, it's just pain and suffering, okay? This is the one interesting thing about medieval runs, at least. It's like, you don't know what's gonna happen. The whole body plague too, so Unholy's definitely dead. Yep. Infidave is probably... Oh my goodness. Alright, yeah, okay, so fun fact. Did you know Infidave was 0.7 survival chance away? And he died. He died of the plague. I'm so sorry. And then Sun is definitely dead here, I think, right? Maybe. If we can get maybe the malnutrition fixed up, it might live, but it's a very low chance. Let's make sure they're fed. I don't want them dying. Your gut worms is not that... Okay, I gotta build 2 more graves. This truly is the Rimworld medieval experience. To be fair, we were cavemen, and then we became medieval. And now it's just trying to survive in the medieval era. That's also equally difficult. Who would have guessed that doing such a thing was not going to be an easy situation? We knew it was going to be tough. It's okay, Umi. It's also kind of my fault for not having the requisite materials to survive. Now, I was hoping that Immortal would be capable. Oh, you've got to be kidding me. Oh my god, it's a permanent brain injury, too. Okay, so Immortal is now permanently brain damaged. So fun fact, did you know that Immortal was the only person that could grow heal root? Yeah. So we have no one that can grow heal root anymore. So we're out of luck there. Now there is a colony we could trade with, except they hate us, so that's not gonna happen. In fact, all the local villages, I think, now there is a merchant guild here. Hold on. I think we go to the merchant guild. We gotta go to the merchant guild and buy something. So I will send... Who's our most sociable pawn? And not dying of a disease. Okay, so I think it might be Ray. Nope, Ray has no social skill. Let's see. Garm has no social skill. Immortal's brain damage. Can't. So it's probably Zeoposer. What do you have? Gutworms? Okay, so you'll probably be fine. I think we'll send Zeoposer out there. Send in the 3 pack mules. Bring along anything we can sell. Konbanwa, comrades. No, you gotta say it right. It's Konichiwa Guan, Mina Slimes. That's the correct thing to say. That's the correct way to say it. That's how a true Torontan would say it. At least according to the YouTuber that I watch, or the TikToker, or whatever you want to call him. Okay, we gotta sell off all of our garbage. No, what do you mean? You know I'm right. You know I'm completely right when I say that. Konichiwa Guan Mina Slimes. Okay, so we need a... What else can I sell? I guess we can sell the garbage... Oh my gosh, I don't want to sell the wood. I want to sell the garbage weapons. We don't need most of these. Most of these are hot doo-doo. Most of this armor, tainted whatever, is also just garbage, so... Maybe... yeah, let's try to sell it all. Whatever's, like, worth nothing. I'm gonna get it off the map, too, just because it eats up a lot of space on the map. We'll also bring in about 2,000 steel with us. And hopefully Ray survives. Good luck to Ray. Do your best. Okay. Listen, you actually... I thought I gave you armor. Yeah, you actually had mantle and heavy and war tribal wear and heavy tribal wear. That's all essentially tribal armor. Now it's cloth armor, yes, but I was hoping that if you didn't get shot in the head, you would have been fine. How many of you know exactly what video I'm referring to when I said those funny words? Do I have to pull up the video again? Konichiwa Guanmina Slimes thing? Or no, because you've heard enough of it and you're gonna all kill me for it. I know Ray would kill me if I played it again. But it's so good! But it's so good. I'm gonna start using Toronto slang. Like marved. It's like, I'm not hungry, I'm marved now. Apparently it's like a mix of like Japanese and Jamaican slang, which is kind of funny when I think about it. But yeah, it's a lot of really weird dialogue. I don't know. I think it's just funny. Anyways, I'm pretty sure Sun is going to die. Unless Ray manages to pull off the sickest tend ever. But even still, Ray is missing fingers and also a bunch of other parts. So it might be difficult. And again, you can't really buy anything. That purchases might be out of date, I'm sorry. 40% tend. Steve cannot do preach health. What is the options for someone? So is the only option for Immortal to feed the last Luciferium? But then that means we're gonna have 2 colonists that are Luciferium dependent, which is also really bad. So we'll need to go hunt down Luciferium again, which is also really annoying, and might have to go to like these ancient dangers, and it's the only solution, right? We don't have better beds is the problem. Well, okay, actually we do have better beds now. These are fur beds. So we are able to actually build new options, yes. But even still, it might be a little late for us. Let me also check the bed quality. Yeah. So these are hide beds. This one is an excellent bed. Actually, yeah, the immunity gain speed is 106%. Probably didn't need to do anything different in this. Oh my god, is that SPO? Wait, SPO streams now? Really? Why? Do you stream now? Kitty boy rating in. Oh my god. Hello comrades, how are all of you doing? Hi SPO and Lurky and Beardfish and Redline and Pesky Fox. How are you doing, comrades? How was your stream, SPO? I can't believe you stream now. Do you stream? Is this just like a new thing, or is it only because you're doing Savage? You hacked Twitch only gained 17. Did you actually? Oh my god, you did. Well, that's really funny. How did you accomplish such a thing? I will be very curious to know. Well, hopefully your attempts at Savage have been going well. Are you doing just well, what is it's not Pandemonium, what is it now? What's the arena name called? I can't remember. I have not even finished. I have not finished Dawn Trail. M2S? Okay, got it. Arcadion. Got it. What are we calling? Oh, is it M because it's match? He mewed. He mewed or he meowed? I can't believe SPO is turning into a kitty cat boy streamer. Ah. He meowed on stream for the Twitch gods that were watching from afar. I see. I see. Actually, wait, I know they changed... Didn't they change the affiliate requirements? Which affiliate requirement? I think they actually changed it when you don't need 50... Let me see what it is now. I know they changed it. I'm looking at it. I also just dropped a dice. Hold on. Anyways, how are all of you doing, comrades? Welcome to the stream. We are losing so many people to disease right now. We just lost another 2 pawns due to plague, which has not been a very fun time, and we might be losing a 3rd in the very near future. We also lost another one to brain disease, so everything kind of sucks. Let's see. 25 followers, 4 days. Okay, so now it's 25 followers, stream for 4 hours on 4 different days, and an average of 3 viewers. Huh. Okay, I didn't know that's how this works anymore. Anyways, I'm glad you had fun. The Savage Patch Kids will return one day. The Savage Patch Kids. Good name for your static. I don't know what the roll is because it fell on my floor and I don't want to pick it up. Well, you know what? You did it anyways. Congratulations. You somehow broke the secret sauce. Is your second stream too? Wow, you really did just break all the rules and you somehow got it. Maybe they saw potential in you and they're like, you know what? This gamer needs the needs it. And so they gave it to you. They blessed you. Okay, I'm pretty sure Sun dies also. I don't think Sun beats the plague. So we're gonna be God, we're gonna be down to so many pawns. Oh, the merchant guild left. Oh, they're moving again. Oh, geez. Can Zigapos reach the caravan? Okay, Sun died too. Okay, so that's 3 loss to the plague. So the plague of 5502 has claimed yet another stack of individuals. I might ban buying diseases in the future. Because, especially early game, it just is so lethal and we have basically very little counterplay. Unless we can get our hands on a lot of medicine, and we just straight up did not have any medicine. And also, we have no one that can grow the medicinal crops that we need anymore. Yeah, all of our meat's also just rotting away. Everything is pain. Yeah, everything is just pain right now. RT game next week. Oh yeah, just be like, yeah, just you have to just have like an Irish. I bet you if you have a cool accent, you can become a big streamer as long as you're funny and you have a funny accent. Because RT game is Irish, isn't he? I have the most generic American sounding voice, I think, except my nose is stuffy, which also sucks. Be Scottish? No. You gotta be British. If you have a cool British accent, people will flock to you. Especially if you can talk like a refined gentleman from the streets of London. Those who work in the financial districts in the beating heart of the Majesty's land. I don't know, I don't speak British. I mean, yeah, I guess if you can have an Australian accent, that's also an option too. Just pick an accent, it'll be fine. SBO can pick, does Chicago have an accent? I know there's a New York accent and a Bostonian accent. What's the Chicago version? Chicago. You gotta get yourself some Illuminati's, some of that deep dish pizza. Mafioso. I don't know. I don't know what a Malort drink is. Or Malort drink. Italian beef. Portillo's. Hey, why are you putting ketchup on that dog there? I don't know what I'm doing. My accents are basically, I speak English. I can do a really questionable Indian accent. I'm not Indian, I'd like to point out. I could do a Filipino accent, kind of. And that's about it. Yeah, I don't know what a Malort is. What is that? Is that a drink? It's a brand of American Basque liqueur. A type of brandvin flavored with anise or wormwood, was introduced in the 30s. Produced by the Carl Jepsen Company. It was sold to the... okay, interesting. I've never drank this. You have to... Okay, so you have to understand one thing about the alcohol that I drink. I basically drink fruity and citrusy beverages. If it's gonna taste like alcohol, I don't want to drink it. I want it to taste like a juice or a soda. So oftentimes the only alcoholic drinks I'm gonna consume are things like umeshu or like a highball or like a what's it called? What's a chuhai? Like a mixer, like a seltzer type beverage. I drink chuhais, but I'm like trying to remember what it actually stands for. Shochu highball? Is that what it stands for? I think that's what it is. Yeah, it is. Okay, Shochu highball. I will hate Malort. Oh, then even better. Then even more reason for me to not drink it. Listen, like I said, I am very specific about the beverages I consume. It's like grapefruit mixed with hand sanitizer and battery acid. I mean, grapefruit juice sounds good. I'm not sure about the battery acid part. And hand sanitizer is generally not what I would consider, you know, high quality tasting. Oh, gosh. gosh. We have to get immortal enough. We have to go find more Luciferium, but I don't know where we're gonna find Luciferium. Also, this trader caravan keeps moving away. I need them to stop moving for 5 seconds. I need them to stay still. See, Pulsar's been on like a trip to go find this. Also, Ray's clothes keep disappearing. Alright, so Ray needs better stuff anyways, and Garm is... I just realized Garm is bald. That's really weird. I thought Garm was not. Alright, let's fix this real quick. Let's make Garm not bald. Let's see. Garm usually likes a shorter haircut. This is fine. There we go. So Chuhai, it depends what the shochu's made out of, but it's usually like some of it's potato, some of it's rice. It really depends. Or barley is another one. I typically drink like a rice shochu is usually my preferred thing, and then I'll mix it with Sprite, and that's generally like the basic thing that I'll consume. Or I found Strong Zero at my local Japanese grocery store. In the US, it's not called Strong Zero. They call it -196 or something like that. And yeah, I bought a 4-pack and I was like, this is delicious. I've had it before, but I'm like, man, I haven't had this in a while. It came out to like $2 a can for like a 12-ounce can. I was like, ooh, I need to be careful not to buy more of this because you barely taste the alcohol. It tastes like a nice soda. Oh, like a soda with a little bit of a bit of that alcohol heat to it, I guess, if you want to describe it like that. It's quite nice, actually. But I often don't drink alcohol that much. I thought about doing it a few times, but it's just not really worth it. I need to figure out what I'm gonna do with Immortal here. I want to get Immortal back up, but we only have 1 unit. Oh, we are out of the Luciferium, actually. That's bad. Also, the burnt rubber aftertaste is like 2 bottles. You need to get from Japan. I mean, I'm sure you might be able to find a specialty place that makes it. The problem is that, based on what I'm reading, this Malore thing is specifically almost like a Chicago beverage, right? Yeah, according to this, it is found in Chicago area bars and liquor stores and is incredibly bitter. However, it's rare to find it anywhere else in the US, which means finding it anywhere outside of the US is probably even more difficult. Okay, here. Here's the... Okay, so we can buy slaves. Maybe we buy slaves and we can recruit them? That might be the best way to get more bodies into the colony. In fact, I'm starting to think that might be what we have to do. So first of all, I'm going to sell all this. Also, my stupid clicky thing doesn't work here. Sell all the weapons that we don't need. Same with all the clothes that we don't need. Okay, and then I would like to purchase... let's see here. So let's go pick and choose some of these people that we can... We're going to recruit them as slaves, but then we'll just end up actually properly recruiting them into the colony. Chemical interest, no. All right, let's go review these like we're reviewing LinkedIn profiles or whatever you want to call it, like a job application. These are job applications. Ready? So I see here Klaus' son is a hussar, eldest caretaker, low-wage worker. Doesn't know can cook pretty well, knows how to shoot a gun. Chemical fascination is really bad. Also, he's a psychopath. I hate anything that says chemical fascination. Adamar, hard worker, slow learner. Okay, that's... Athletic, heat-tolerant, and fast worker. Okay. This one might be fine. He's got decent animal and cooking stats, so he'll be okay at the start. And I'm sure whoever this gets assigned to is probably going to buy out the slow learner and replace with something else. So Adamar is fine. Raptor Slayer. Abrasive, clumsy, patient cook. Slowpoke and restless. This one is not ideal. Hi-bye. Atomic Bombardier, a melee... Psychopath, inquisitive, coordinated fisherman. Pretty good melee stats, decent in mining. We can crank up that mining and intellectual, so I think we'll take raptors. Hi-die. Now, I gotta sell more things, because unfortunately it's not enough. Let's see. I think I can buy one more. Okay. Let's see, Wasp here... Psychopath, inefficient, abstinent, germaphobe, and teetotaler. Okay. 17 years of age, and she works 20% slower because she's probably on her phone like those gosh darn Zoomers not knowing how to do work properly, and they only like to laze around whenever they can. Great memory, psychopath, unhygienic, Nudist, constantly bemused. Maybe not you. Blackjack. Creepy breathing, poor hygiene, cold intolerant, chemical fascination, and ravenous. This man is going to eat up all my food. The only benefit is that he can apparently summon animals. Wait. This man can summon animals to fight with us. This is a true wild man. The only problem is, again, chemical fascination and ravenous. I mean, the ravenous part doesn't matter that much. The crafting and medical is actually really good, so I think I might actually take him. Blackjack is fine. Can I afford one more? Probably not, unless it's like a really bad pawn. Okay. We need a... So I'll take these 3. And then I need to buy something to balance out the cost of everything we just purchased. The question is none of this... I guess the herbal meds is probably correct. Ooh, maybe not all that. Definitely can't buy the glitter meds. Maybe just buy the... I can buy as much herbal as I can afford. Okay, 69. Very nice. Alright. We did it. Now we just gotta walk all the way back to the colony. A 1.2 day journey. I think they have enough food to survive. Maybe, hopefully. Very nice indeed. Yeah, thank you, Balls69. Thank you for your comment. Did you come in with the raid from SBO? Anyways, SBO, hopefully you've eventually managed to succeed your I'm blanking out on the word. You're savage. I have not done savage raids in forever. I think the last time I was on content for savage raids was when was Eden 1 through 4? Because after we beat 1 through 4, our static kind of broke up. We were just kind of done, and we're like, oh, we're done. You're just running normal fish. Ah, gotcha. Just kind of found your way in here somehow. Well, hopefully you enjoy your time here. I promise I'm a mostly normal individual. Is at least what I like to think. Some people would disagree. Don't listen to them. I am a very normal person. Everyone loves me. Right? Right? Please clap and agree. Oh, actually, you know what's funny? This actually wasn't a medieval run at the start. This was actually a tribal run at the start. Thank you, by the way, for the follow. We started with... There's a mod called Vanilla Factions Expanded Tribal. And you basically start not even knowing how to make fire and not knowing how to build buildings. You're literally cavemen. And we slowly finished our way... made our way to medieval. So you go through like caveman era, tribal era, now we're in medieval era, and we're trying to make it our way to industrial era, but that's still also kind of hard. So it's a little rough. At least we'll have fresh new bodies that will join us, and we'll assign them to pawns, and I think we'll just keep Immortal alive for the time being, unless Immortal tells me that they want to die. But at some point we might be able to get you alive. We just need to find a way to fix your brain. And also get you a new lung, that might be nice too. Yeah, thank you for clapping. I appreciate it. And thank you for fulfilling my need of self-actualization, or whatever the Pavlov hierarchy of needs, or whatever that thing is called, the stupid pyramid of needs. Pyramid of needs. Maslow's hierarchy of needs. I don't know, I couldn't remember what it was called. Yes, self-actualization. Self-esteem, I guess, would be the clap for me, right? Exactly. Every time I see, like, the pyramid of needs, it's never the actual pyramid of needs, but it's always, like, some meme version. Like, I think one of my friends recently posted one about, like, goth girls, and it's just, like, the need, like, the entire pyramid was just, like, goth girls crushing me with their thighs or something, and I was like, I see what you're looking for, buddy, and I hope you find it. Zombie talking about a goth girl who abuses you. I mean, listen, that's your type of thing. I'm not here to judge. Everyone has their own inclinations for what they're looking for in life, and I am generally not here to judge you, though I might in some situations. Also, did I pick up anyone who's decent at shooting a gun? I guess we'll find out. Yeah, I guess we'll find out in a bit. Yeah. They aren't around there. Listen, you're here to judge. Listen, I I always judge people, but I also try not to judge people that badly. Because I understand everyone's got the different type of thing that they have to deal with. We gotta kill this thing. The problem is that this thing has a Legionary, a Scorcher, and a Lancer. So I know we could sneak up on it once we get more melee beaters set up. We may need to give Garm a melee weapon of some kind. I just haven't decided what Garm's gonna get. Let's give Garm maybe a flail. You know what? Garm with a flail. Or a heavy mace. Yeah, you know what? Sure, Garm gets a heavy mace. Make it a steel. We can get more steel going. I know we should have a lot of steel sitting around somewhere. Anyways, are you guys excited for Minecraft? I'm excited to finally do Minecraft. It's been like on the list of things I've been wanting to do on stream for quite some time, but we just never had a chance to do it. So, it's the other reason why I want to do the Minecraft server, just to be honest, is we haven't done a community game thing in a long time. Because back in 2022 and 23, I know we did a lot of Zomboid, and basically throughout all of 2024, we didn't do anything like that. We didn't do Zomboid, we didn't do Minecraft, we didn't do anything of the sort. So I felt, well, 2025 into 2026, I think it's about time we try something. And it's going to be, we're doing it December, so at least people will have time to play over the holiday break if you're free. I'm not going to be playing during the holiday break because I'm going to be up in Canada again, because if I'm not up in Canada around Christmas time, I am going to get murdered by a certain someone who knows exactly what they're going to do to me if I don't make it. So also, I don't know why my TPS is cratered. My TPS is like crashing. I may need to kill some of these Dirosauruses, because these things, it is a breeding pair. I don't know why my TPS is like so bad now. That's so strange. A lot of animals on the map. But if anyone's interested in the Minecraft community server, it's on, you can join the Discord to find out more about it. Oh, I didn't update the mod list, but it is a mod. Yeah, so first of all, the mod list is usually on here, and it's like usually in the top right corner is a button that says mod list. Now, this is not up to date. I forgot to update it because I've been too lazy. But that's generally a lot of the core mods I use. Now, this run doesn't have a lot of this, but just keep that in mind. And yes, it will be a modded server. We're doing, what is the fuck is that emote? Northern Sausage? That is a very interesting emote. We're doing all the mods 10 is the current tentative mod pack we're playing. Now, I may choose to change it at some point, but that's kind of what I'm leaning towards. I'm hoping it's not going to make people explode, because I know people like Normar don't have very good computers. So I'm well aware that not everyone... wasn't there a body that I was supposed to bury? Oh shoot, I think there's a body I forgot to bury. Okay, anyway, here's our slaves. What I'm actually gonna do is we're gonna recruit them. I don't really feel like doing the suppression mechanic, so I'm just gonna command recruit all of them. So that way they are more, you know, part of our faction permanently. Because, yeah. Let's go just, grab these three. And we're gonna assign them in a second. Alright, so we got Blackjack, Automar, and Hi-Bye. Let's go recruit them. Okay, so apparently I can't do it this way. How do I unslave you? There's gotta be a way to unslave him, right? Okay, so first of all, let's make you the correct ideology. And then let's do the same for the others. So you're gonna be this one, you're gonna be this one, and then how do I unslave you? Is it just the emancipate command? Okay. Also, hello, Alana. If mod list made by it doesn't make people's species split in real, they go hunt down whoever's the first thing to figure out what real Oakland. Listen, I don't break things that easily, I think. Anyways, how are you doing? But yeah, it's gonna be a nice modded server. My goal in the run is at least make sure we can make some cool train stations and train-based transit networks, but I know that's not everyone's favorite thing to do, but we're gonna do it anyways. Okay, so we're gonna... How do I emancipate this person? Who's the warden? Okay, Steve is the warden. Who's having a mental breakdown? Who else is the warden? Brony. Okay, I'm gonna have Brony do this real quick. Every game, everyone... I guess every game where I can mod things, it usually breaks. And apparently sometimes, even games where I don't have to mod things, it just breaks and have to recruit. Why can't I recruit this one? What in the world? Why can't I recruit him? What is going on? No, you're not allowed to leave. I just paid money for you. You're coming back here and you're staying here. Hold on. I'm gonna teleport you back over here, buddy. Oh, here we go. Okay, wait. Oh, do I have to imprison them first? Is that how this works? Oh, okay, maybe that is how this works. Okay, maybe you're right. For some reason, I thought I could just... Okay, hold on. Got it. You might be correct here. Thank you. Okay, so we're gonna go... I guess arrest this one, and then I think... Should be able to just press recruit here. Oh, okay, there we go. So now he's recruited. Perfect. Okay, so once they're prisoners, then they can be recruited. Okay, so then we're just gonna... Have you drop him. He's a prisoner, right? Okay, then we're just gonna do the same thing here. Then we're gonna undraft you, recruit. Okay. Okay, so now we're gonna assign these 3 prisoners that we just purchased and recruited in, by force into our faction. So we got Audemars. Was going to be assigned to who's in the queue. A lot of names on the queue. Congrats, Arani. Alright, so Arani is a shelter child, who grew up to be a rodent rancher. Hard worker, slow learner, athletic, heat tolerant, and a fast walker. Really good with animals and decent chance in being a master doctor or socialite or free thinker, as they say. Alright, next one, Haidai, is going to be assigned to... Okay, who here has been here today? Alright, Skypion, congratulations. You are a bloodline founder, which means you're a noble. Had very contested origin, with no one willing to admit their lineage to his bloodline. Oh, because, okay, so you're apparently part of royalty, but then you grew up to be a... You drop nuclear bombs on people. Got it. That probably explains why you're a psychopath and coordinated. Really good melee skill. Okay. Let's take a look at Blackjack, who is our Yitikin. You will be assigned to... Alright, Airman Joker, congratulations. You are a... Let's see here. A wasteland wanderer, grew up to be a void space raider. Creepy breathing, poor hygiene, cold intolerant, chemical fascination, ravenous, psychically dull. But you can at least know how to use an herbalist, which means you're gonna shoot this thing. And that should be pretty good. Alright. But anyways, yeah, don't worry. I think the Minecraft run will be fine because I'm not the one customizing the mod pack. I really wanted to add that Minecraft train mod that I mentioned the other day, but I could not realistically add it in because I wasn't gonna try figuring out how to like slot it in. Right? It was just too much. So, however, hold on, I just found this YouTube video that apparently there's a new... Wait, there's a Trains mod? Or is this a game called Trains? What is this? Wait. Is this a Minecraft mod? Hold on, I just opened up YouTube on my side monitor real quick because I was curious, but I didn't realize there was a mod where it's like more trains, custom platforms, and redstone signaling. See, I would like to build like a train network in the Minecraft server. At least that would be my goal. I think that'd be a lot of fun. Now I know Create has a bunch of trains, so I think that's how we're going to approach it. I think Create trains will be fine. And that's why I'm like, alright, Create already has trains, and I think I don't need to do anything beyond that, so we'll be okay with that. And it'll be fun. So, essentially, my thinking is... we'll probably work on I think the way that okay, so I'm thinking of doing this two ways. First way is day 1 on Wednesday. We'll just all build the spawn area together, and I'll just give everyone creative mode or whatever for that one stream only. 4 hours, build a nice central platform that people can spawn into and travel to where they need to go. After that, then starting on Thursday, it's gonna be all right. I'm gonna wipe everyone's character data. You're gonna be set to what's it called? You're gonna be set to survival mode, and then we're all going to try to. Then you can progress and do whatever you want in the ATM mod pack. I think that's how I think we will probably approach it, because I'm not gonna have enough time to build a spawn area over the next couple days unless you just want it to be a bare bones stone platform. Because like I said, I'm busy tomorrow. I actually had to pick up some dry cleaning today, which was like my hakama, and that thing is really annoying because apparently in my area there's only one place that knows how to fold a hakama, or like dry clean a hakama and press the folds, and that thing is like a good 50 miles away from me. And it was really annoying. I mean, why don't you want to join the rest of it, Immortal? I was looking at ATM and there's a lot of interesting things you can do. There's actually a progression thing that it actually tries to make you follow that might actually give you an endgame goal if that's what you're looking for. Actually, let me see if I can boot up the Minecraft real quick, just so we can take a quick peek at it while we're playing Rimworld. I think my PC can handle it, probably. No, I remember why you explained it. Don't worry, I remember. Oh, I did think about the other create mod pack, but I really wanted something that at least has something for most people, because I know some people wanted magic, some people wanted progression, and all that stuff. At the very least, at least ATM does have a form of progression, which is why it's fine. I was kind of hoping to do a little bit more of a progression pack, but I mean, like I said, the vote came out being like 1-to-1 almost, but I think Kitchen Sink kind of won over in the end, just barely. Yeah, I think that's how that panned out. Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of choices. Like the selection, like the options you have are fairly intense. Okay, I'm gonna see if I can boot this up and hopefully not crash my PC trying to load this alongside Rimworld, but I guess we'll find out in a second. So my PC is fairly beefy, but I've been, like I said, I've been wanting to do some PC upgrades, but with recent happenings in the realm of PC parts, namely AI data centers deciding that they want to consume every bit of RAM that exists out there, I don't think I'm going to be upgrading my PC anytime soon, because yeah, that's just kind of sucks. We do need to kill this. Do we have enough to kill this right now? Hold on. Ronnie has no combat skill, and Skypeon does, so let's see. Skypeon's gonna get this mace, and I don't know what to get Garm. Maybe we get Garm the Arbalist. I don't know why the tick speed's also cratering. Maybe there's too much wildlife. Let's go kill some animals. Okay, let's see if I can boot this. Alright, we're gonna try to load this and hopefully my PC doesn't crash. I've done this a couple times before and it was fine, but oh boy. Okay. Oh yeah, the TPS cratered as soon as I tried to boot up Minecraft Neoforge. That's probably not a good sign. Oh boy. That sound is coming from Minecraft trying to load. Another Discord friend pointed out that this morning went and looked at because the kit you bought in February from $130 to $400. Oh yeah, no, it's just the prices are atrocious. It is actually just insane, and I don't think nothing's gonna change that anytime soon. All right, this animal is carrying way too much garbage. Oh, I think this is bugged. The item list is bugged. Uh-oh. I think that animal is carrying too much and the game doesn't know how to process it anymore. That's probably not a good sign. Yeah, no, even DDR4 RAM is really high. DDR3 is like the only one that's safe right now, but that's because that's ancient server RAM that's like 2 decades old. But everyone, like, if you're looking for DDR4, DDR5, you're screwed. It's just awful. So, like I said, give it like till 2027, it'll probably drop in price again. But by 2027, I bet you GPUs will spike up in price again. It's a never-ending cycle, especially with the whole AI thing. Speaking of AI thing, oh my goodness. You know what sucks? So I like looking at art. Anime art in particular is very pleasing to my eye. And there was an artist on Twitter that I had been following for some time that, you know, I kind of like their art, and I was like kind of impressed, like, oh, this is nice. It reminded me a lot of another artist's style, except this person was like a Westerner, and I guess they're trying to, the whole concept was like their characters designed around how they look in real life or something like that. And then yesterday I saw someone drop a bombshell, and it was like and the cleanest 80-page Google docie that I'd ever seen, calling them out for using AI generative tools and tracing over them, and that's how they quote unquote did their art. And I'm like, oh god, another one has been exposed as like another AI art grifter, and it never ends. And the funniest example of it was a gun. Oh no, hold on. I have to show you this because it was so funny, because I know there's a lot of people here who are really, oh geez, that was really loud. Okay, I'm gonna minimize this real fast. I have to show you this because a lot of you are really into guns. I know that much, and you're gonna be so amused by this. Hold on, shut up, Minecraft. Okay, hold on. I'm pulling up the Google docie because I love Google docies. All right, you have to see this. You have to see this to believe this. Okay, so basically, there's an artist named Asami Arts who you might have seen on Twitter a couple times before. They have a very specific art style that reminds me a lot of Ixie, right? So, like this is her art type thing, like freckled glasses, that type of thing, right? That's her whole shtick. Okay, cool. I'm gonna try to make sure I'm not finding anything that's like super inappropriate. Right, so she got super popular. She's like at almost 100,000 followers on Twitter. Cool. Anyways, I'm not gonna show you this entire thing because it's not really worth my time to show you. But the general idea is that, okay, she's been kind of tracing AI art and putting her character over it, and that's kind of how she's been able to do her content. And she deletes anything that says that she's what's it called? And she's deleting anything that calls out her for using AI art. Anyways, the funny thing was this gun comparison. So the thing with AI art is that there's a lot of errors in it that if you were doing it yourself, you would know that that makes zero sense. But if you're doing AI art and you're just tracing exactly what you see, you're gonna realize you're not paying attention to it, right? Look at this gun. Can you tell me what's wrong with this firearm? Can you tell me what's wrong with that firearm, aside from the fact that it's like maybe this person doesn't have proper trigger discipline? Do you see where the that hole is? That's not where the barrel, that's not where the exit of a gun is. Okay, so the gun muzzle, like the hole where the bullet flies out of, is usually not at the back of the gun. Right, I'm trying to think of the right way to describe it. I'm sorry, I was just trying to find the right word. So there's even pictures here, like here's what a gun should look like. Even if you go find if you just Google up generic examples of what a firearm looks like on Google, you will find, hey, the muzzle is in the front and not towards the back, and here they drew it on the back. And there's like a lot of other like weird similar things, and like her excuse was like, oh, I don't know how guns work, I'm sorry if it's weird, the reference was weird. But it's like almost every other gun you're gonna look at is gonna have essentially, you know, like one of these three designs in the back of a gun, right? Like a hammer or something else along those lines. So there's a lot of stuff like that, and it's really unfortunate. Like, hey, look, another person's getting called out for using AI art, and it's like, ugh, tragic. Anyways, hopefully you found that at least somewhat amusing, because I saw that and I was just like, this is so stupid. Oh, You want to link? Sure, if you want to read it. I'll post it on Discord. I'll post it on Discord if you want to see it. I'll post it in like memes and media because it's quite something. Also, if you want to see the Minecraft tech tree real quick, hold on, I'll show you real fast. I'm connecting to the server live as we speak. That's right, it works already. If I can figure out how to, here we go, Java. Okay, maybe it's making my game run really slow. Oh yeah, I'm gonna need to close Minecraft in a bit because my TPS cratered to like 80. Ooh, that's really bad. Yikes. Okay. Maybe we don't do this right now. Maybe we just show it off next time. We'll see. So, anyways, I just think it's really unfortunate that like a lot of people are like really drawn into her art, because I definitely like saw her art before and was like, oh, this is really cute. I like the overall designs. The art reminded me a lot of Ixie, because Ixie is one of my favorite artists. Because I know Ixie also, I think, did something for, I'm gonna say they did a HoloLive MV at some point, but I might be misremembering that. Now I have to double check this if I'm going crazy. I swear they did a HoloLive MV at some point, and I cannot remember which one. Maybe I'm going crazy. Maybe they didn't. And maybe you shouldn't look at their Twitter account, or their Pixiv account. Whoopsies. I swear every single major big artist on the internet, like Pixiv, has a Pixiv, and then you just like, oh, their Twitter is clean. Then you go to Pixiv and it's like, that is a very interesting shape item. Okay. So I was going to try loading up Minecraft right now just so I can show you like the tech tree, but I don't think it's worth it because I think the game is just straight up crashing on me. And in the interest of keeping Rimworld alive, maybe we just focus on Rimworld for the time being, because right now my TPS is still really bad. Okay, my TPS doubled as soon as I killed Minecraft. Okay. Is anyone else dying of a disease? Okay, gutworms. And gutworms is fine. Hello, Garm. Good evening. Oh my gosh, 26 months is crazy.
I can't believe Oak is killing me again.
I'm not trying to kill you, I promise. People just keep dying left and right by accident. I swear this is not intentional. How are you, Garm? Good evening. Thanks for the resub. 26 months is crazy. 26 months is like a 2-year-old when you think about it. That's crazy to think about. That sub has been going on longer than some of my friends' children have existed. That's definitely a metric to beat. You missed it. We lost 3 people to disease. Basically, a whole lot of people caught the plague, and we weren't able to tend to them fast enough. We just didn't have the option to tend to them. We didn't have medicine. Is it weird to just get nuke people and rename them to past colonists? What do you mean? Like in your personal run or on the stream? In the stream, I always try to name them after viewers, so, you know, it's a little different. Oh. No. So the other option for Moral is we get our hands on Luciferium. That's the other option. Unfortunately, it's very difficult to find Luciferium. Oh, I see what you mean. I mean, yes. I mean, realistically, like, if worse came to worse, I would probably just, you know, euthanize the poor fellow. But I want to see if we can keep Immortal alive. The problem is, finding Luciferium is difficult, to say the least. First of all, there's not really anywhere nearby that even has Luciferium for sale. There's no ancient dangers nearby, and we have to find a quest to get to an ancient danger to be able to find that type of thing. But unfortunately, we have not found anything of such. So whatever we have is what we have, and we're already like short 1 stack of Luciferium, because Brony here needs to consume a lot of it to survive, and unfortunately, what are we going to do about that? I don't know. So that's kind of the issue. Man, how many beds do we have left? Okay, so I have 2, 3, 4 beds available because everyone else who had a bed died. Because everyone just kept exploding. Also, at least there's a decent amount of fish, but I think we need to probably find other fishing holes soon. There's a lot of catfish in the river, but it's not ideal. Oh. Okay. Yeah, we're not finding fish there. Okay. So, hopefully, let's also fix their work options. So, okay, so Airman, Joker, you just joined us. You're going to be prioritizing Doctor. You're going to be the Colony Crafter. What I'm going to do is I'm going to pivot Garum to cooking instead. Ronnie, your colony goal is... You fish. You research, and then you fish. Okay, and then Baroni, and then who's the last one? Skypeon, whose name is still really funny. I'm gonna have you focus on... I'm gonna have you focus on plants. I think you're gonna be like our plant specialist because I don't have anyone else that can do plants now that Immortal is there. Yeah, let's do that. I think that'll be fine. All right, I need to use the restroom real quick, so hopefully nothing bad happens or anything I need to do in this area before I go do exactly that. So it's still a little warm. I do want to start fixing up some of these rooms. Not all these rooms have floors yet. I think we were using wood. We have a lot of wood now. So just fill this up with wood. Give our builder boys and girls something to do at least. And let's also fill this up. And we'll also do a bit of, I believe, limestone tiles, what I've been using for this. So I want to also make sure the bathrooms are nice and comfortable. I think that's the only one that needs it. Oh, this one too. Okay. We'll also try to get some furniture in the near future, but let's get this done first. Floor and comfort first. All right, I'll be right back. Kill the defoliator ship when I return. That is a very nice, that's a very nice pod. Oh, you know what? That's a very nice powder, first of all, that's for, hold on, I'm trying to, which one of these hides this? Okay, my god, I could not remember which one of my sources was the, was the hot pot BRB thing. Number 2, I think that's a very nice powder. I forgot that it's already December, and we're approaching Christmas time. It is, I can't believe it's almost Christmas time. I have 25 days. I am so screwed. Time is ticking very quickly for a certain thing that I said I was going to try to get done by Christmas, but it might have to be after Christmas depending on how timelines work out. So we'll see how it pans out, but I do like the piece. I assume this was done by I'm already forgetting the artist who did the other ones, but I know you linked them to me before. Okay, good. The funeral was good, so everyone's gonna be happy. Haru? Okay, got it. That's who it was. Okay, so the funerals were fine. We should be okay. We gotta go smack the foliator ship, so let's grab everyone with a weapon and is alive. You know what? Brony needs a better weapon. I don't really have anything else. Maybe the spear. Actually, what's the armor? Would a blunt weapon be a better choice against the armor of a mechanoid? Yes, actually. Yes, yes it would. Okay, so in that case, maybe the correct thing is to keep using the club. Yeah, okay, so I think we're just gonna... I think it's better to keep the club than it is to keep... or to use something else. So we're gonna grab everyone here. And we're gonna go kill a couple mechanoids, and hopefully it's not gonna kill us all. But I think it's a very nice piece. Hopefully she's going to appreciate your gift. At least that's the hope, right? I'm sure she will. Alright, so how do we approach killing these? I think the correct option is we're gonna have to try to tank them one at a time. 4 refugees are approaching. They need a place to stay for 7 days. Sure, I will let them stay for 4 days. I don't know why they all have masks. Oh, they're literally Neanderthals. Okay, let's go kill these. Okay, so I think the way we do this is I'm gonna have these 2 tank the Scorcher. I'm gonna have Brony tank the Legionary, and then we're just gonna hope that we can kill them quickly. Oh, okay, Ray's just gonna slaughter this one quickly. Okay, hopefully we can delay the Scorcher. I think if it's in melee, it can't do anything. Okay, so now we can pivot there. Shield's not gonna help, so then we're just gonna try to get everyone around over here. And then everyone else smack this thing. And that should be enough. Wow, that actually didn't pan out too badly. Just a couple injuries. Nice. I like it when people aren't dying. Alright, we did it. Alright, that could have definitely gone. That was nice. We did it without too much issue. Let's also make sure we get these meteors that everyone keeps buying, because there's a bunch of steel that I'm gonna need soon-ish. And we probably should start figuring out our better... We probably need to start figuring out our castle. I think it'd be nice to have a nice central castle to at least show off, like, hey, we're prim and proper individuals. We're not savages anymore. We have homes. We've earned the right. Also, these potatoes are not getting inside. We need to get those potatoes inside. Okay, we gotta get those potatoes inside now. And that should hopefully... Yeah, a lot of them are starting to rot. Yeah, that should be fine. We don't have any nobility right now, I believe. So, I think actually, hold on. I think we have one person that might. I just don't remember who. Was it Ray? I swear we had like one person that is psychically capable. Maybe not. I guess not. But I still want to have a castle anyways. Listen, we should have a proper castle that we can use to defend ourselves from the enemy. That's the reason why we would build such a thing. We'll probably build it in this general area is my guess. We'll probably move this away. Yeah, probably one of your previous cells, because we do have your corpse in here, which, if I take a look at that previous Garm... You didn't have any ability, so it probably wasn't you. Who would it have been? Maybe no one was. Or maybe if they're dead already, they can't have it. We can actually see how everyone died, which is really funny. Plague, plague, malaria, malaria, flu, infection, infection, malaria. I don't know how these two died, but they're not in the... Actually, they're not dead. I know, it's kind of tragic how often people die, but it's just the reality of being out here on the Rim. Especially medieval era, where we just don't have medicine. Now, we did manage to get medicine, but it's not gonna last forever. Especially because I gotta get Brony their Luciferium. That Luciferium need is gonna keep going up, and it's becoming a problem. I don't know what I'm gonna do. I don't know I'm gonna find Luciferium. I don't think you would find Luciferium at an ancient Mechanator complex, right? Alright. Maybe we go to this secret compound. Okay, there's an ancient complex, so I think, if we're lucky, we'd be able to find a decent amount of Mechanoid, or Luciferium there. So let's prepare for a little bit of an adventure. Let's send in Ray, Skypion, and Brony. And we'll also send in the Parasoroloff. I need to give this thing a name because I'm not going to pronounce this every single time. Let's also bring in along 12 simple meals, 6 herbal meds, and that should probably be enough to go. All right. The goal is to go here, 0.2 days. Oh, I just realized for some reason, my development mode disappeared. Alright, let's go on a magical adventure, shall we? Also, I haven't decided what I'm going to play tomorrow yet, but I have been playing a lot of other games recently. Like, I've been playing a lot of Vic 3 on my personal time, and CK3 again, which is nice. And also, City Skylines 2 is actually having some pretty cool DLC coming out tomorrow. I'm actually kind of tempted to try streaming that again. But the last time I streamed it, I remember it was very, very intense. No, I'm not doing rats again. No, I need a break from rats, please. I don't want to play rats, like, again. Please, let me take a break from streaming rats. I know Ray wants rats, but I need a break from playing rats. I like playing... They can't just be rats. Why does everyone want rats? Sad Eagles. Did people really like Ratopia that much? I felt like I was reaching a point in Ratopia where it was just starting to slow down significantly as I was trying to figure out what to do in that game. But I really don't want to play rats tomorrow. I would like to play something else that's not rats, please. Right? You'd be okay if I played something else. What if I wanted to play my funny World War II map painter? Would you deny me the joy of playing Hoi 4? You generally enjoy playing rats. I guess that's fair enough. Yeah, a lot of people did enjoy the rat game. Yeah, I know a lot of people like rats. Where are they? Not traveling yet? Gotta make that caravan. Okay. Who else needs to be on this caravan? Okay, they should be grabbing everything they need, right? To bully streamers half the joy. I can't believe being bullied is just part of the course of being a streamer now. What if I refuse to be bullied? What if I want to be the master of my own future? Is there even a rats mod for Hoi 4? Hold on, now we need to check the workshop. There's always a lot of weird stuff on the workshop. I really got... So there is Hololive of Iron, which has gotten some pretty interesting updates recently, and I'm almost kind of tempted to give it a shot. Especially with playing as either Suisei or the White Fox army or Fubuki's army. Like, there's actually a lot of pretty interesting content, although they haven't updated in quite some time. No, I still have my own destiny. I am still in control of my own fate, despite the fact that I may be married to Rei. That fate just ultimately has stuff to do with her. That's really all it means. Okay, I don't know why this caravan is not being made. This is what I'm just gonna do myself. Form caravan. 1, 2. And who was the other person I was gonna send on the caravan? What is Brony? Okay, what are you doing? Oh, are you unloading that thing's inventory? Okay, so if I do this again... Okay, so there's Brony. And then take this one. And then take 12 simp meals. Should be enough food. Okay, there we go. That should be fine. But no, yeah, we're not gonna do a poll tomorrow. I know we do a lot of polls, but I think this week it's just, there's no polls. You know exactly what's coming up except for tomorrow. And obviously Minecraft is gonna be 2 days. You get Wednesday and Thursday. Which I think will be kind of interesting. So, I don't know. Like I said, I like Hoi 4, but I also understand not everyone's into Hoi 4. And at some point, I'm sure Livingston's gonna show up asking about Victoria 3, and I'm like, I'm not gonna stream Victoria 3. I don't know what... Victoria 3 is such a slow game early on, and a lot of it is just like, it's a numbered go-up simulator that also happens to have a world map attached to it. And that's why I like playing Hoi 4, but I like playing Vic 3, but I realistically could not recommend streaming Vic 3. That's the issue with the game. It's a very slow title, and oh my god, the game's slowing down. That's not a good sign. At least Rimworld's got stuff that's always exciting and enjoyable and engaging. I actually haven't looked at the workshop for Rimworld in quite some time, and now I feel like I should also take a look at some stuff to see, because I actually don't know what's new. Which I'm sure is crazy to hear, but I don't look at this too often. Oh my god, there's a Sims mod for this, for the game. Okay. We're gonna hope we can find some Luciferium in here. That's the goal. Before Brony has a complete mental breakdown, we gotta go in here and quickly find something. Listen, I can't even release the Nekograd mod for Star Sector. What makes you think I can release a Ratopia mod for Rimworld? Okay, that's silver. Brony may have to die. Oh, hello. Get out of there. Let's go in here. Let's go in here. Okay, please have something. Okay, that's just food. All right, get back out. Oh, they're dying. All right, get out of here. Come on, out. Let that room cook. Okay, they're slightly burnt, but that's fine. Hoi 4. I don't even think I could do one for Hoi 4 either. All right, cool. We have found no Luciferium. We do technically need to hack these terminals, but the place is on fire. So that's not feasible. All right, I'm going to have you undraft and dismantle this. Okay, that should let all the heat out. Perfect. Okay, please have Luciferium. Alright, so what do we actually do if we cannot find a single bit of Luciferium? Does Brony just die? I think this just means Brony dies, right? While we're also doing this, I'd like to deconstruct this one too. My far has become an exercise in you dunking on the world. What is your favorite template to run? Let me ask that question. What's your template? That thing is 1,000 degrees in there. Holy cow. Alright, let's open up this oven. Okay, so now the temperature just completely stabilizes near instantly. That's what I was afraid of. Alright, Brony's now having a mental breakdown due to the lack of Luciferium. That's what I was afraid of. Also, unfortunately, Brony actually has good armor, so now Ray's on the ground and dying. Oh my gosh. Okay, so Skypion cannot actually heal anyone, because Skypion has no medical traits. And so Brony is now killing everything, and that's not a good sign. Hopefully Brony calms down, but unfortunately, I think we might lose everyone here. Because unfortunately, this one's manhunting now. Amazing. So, all three of these people are on the ground and dying. We may lose Brony and Skypion and Ray. We need to send someone in 24 hours to go over there and rescue them and heal them. So Z Opposer plus Airman, grabbing herbal medication and 10 simple meals. Need to try to make it over there ASAP. All right, I don't know if they'll do it. I wish they would just travel through the night, but I can't make them speed up faster. Depends on your available IC. Started with using cheap but effective holding divisions, engineer core and support RT. Wait, if you combine Mountaineers and Marines, do they actually get like half and half of the plus bonus to river attack and mountain attack? Like, is that actually how that works? The penalty's actually not that bad if you combine them. Oh, okay. Maybe I need to try that at some point. Yeah, Brony's dead here. Maybe. I need to save Ray. Ray's the one person I need to save, ideally. A lot of angry animals over here. Let's get everyone inside. It's like the weird centipede thingy that's attacking, but that's fine. It's not a big deal, I think. It's gonna attack our allies. They should hopefully turn on it. Perfect. Okay. The strongest pure divisions in their nations, but means you know that's how to. Oh, okay, so basically, it makes it easier for you as a player, and there's a lot less mental load if you just have to manage a single division template, like a Spec Ops template. Wait, wasn't there like a new Special Forces division that came out too? Like, I know there's Rangers, there's Marines and Paratrooper. Okay, for some reason, was there more than that? I don't know why I thought there was more. Okay, we gotta rescue these people ASAP. Because I know there's a dino out here somewhere angry, but maybe it left? I think it left. Okay. Alright, let's see if we can get these guys alive. Thankfully, we did bring doctors. Both of these two are highly qualified doctors. Okay, so 10 to Ray. And then you are gonna go 10 to Skypion here. Whatever you got. Alright, Ray is not gonna die anymore. Fantastic. Okay, good. So you'll survive. Okay, then Ray's good enough to walk around and eat. And I don't know what we're gonna do with Brony. I don't want to just summarily execute the poor fellow, but I might have to at this point. Let's get rid of this. Okay, so Mountaineers, Mariners, Paratroopers, that's what I thought. You know what's funny? I almost never use Paratroopers. I know they're really good if you can use them effectively, but most often than not, I'm never in a position to use such a thing. Right? And I think it's just because when I play, I'm very much like, I like playing miners all the time. And so there's never really an opportunity to use. Okay, hold on, we're gonna reform the caravan. We're gonna get everyone except Z Opposer out of here. Z Opposer stays. Everyone else leaves. Send them back to town. Okay, send them in over there. Z Opposer will stay behind a little bit to do some hacking. But yeah, I never have the industrial capacity necessary to build. Because you need what? You need air superiority. Listen, you can make a Special Forces division, but you can't really use paratroopers that often in the way that they're intended to. Unless you can generate air superiority and also gain control of the sky, like air superiority, and also have the requisite number of air transport planes. And I always forget to build air transport planes like quite a lot, which is why it never happens. Now, naval invasions. Ooh. Hold on one second. Yeah. So that's kind of how I... Oh, jeez. That's kind of how I feel. Like, as much as I'd love to use that type of stuff, it's just a little rough. Also, I just got an interesting text message. Turns out my Yumi has arrived, and I will probably end up getting it. In the near future. Oh, I will finally have my own Yumi. Which, if for those of you who are curious what that means, I will have my own bow after so many moons. Alright, send this guy back to base. Okay, so let these caravans run back. Hopefully that should be fine. At least the colony's moving quickly now. Also, I was talking about this earlier. I was talking about AI stuff earlier, but something else has just been bothering me lately. You want to know something that's really frustrating? I didn't realize that Google Docs basically has, like, forcibly opens up their stupid Gemini thing every time you open up a Google Doc. It's driving me crazy because I have a ton of different... Oh, geez, we're dealing with shamblers. My Yumi is carbon fiber. Mostly because it's a beginner Yumi and maintaining it is a lot hard. Maintaining a bamboo or wood one is a lot harder and would be like 2 or 3 times as expensive. So, I'm so tired of Google prompting you with AI everywhere you want to burn it all. Me too. It's so frustrating because it's like, okay, there are some times where the summary functions can be a little useful, right? Like there are some use cases where it's actually not the worst thing to ever exist, but a lot of times it's just they choose to do it in the most obnoxious way possible, where it's like I'll open up a Google Doc, right? I have a ton of Google Docs that I use for many various projects and whatnot, and it's always the first thing it wants to do is open up Gemini and be like, let me help you with this document. And I'm like, no, this is a creative document. I don't want you to tell me anything about this document. Please just leave me alone. Dang it. Oh my gosh, I hate it so much. Plus every 10th Google search they pop up this thing doing, oh yeah, do you want to use AI? Or I think the other thing too that's also really disrespectful to YouTube creators is now there's a lot of videos. There's a button now underneath everything where it's like, hey, would you like to summarize this video? And it's like, no, the creator would like you to watch the whole video, please. But they're trying to force like, no, just use AI so you don't actually have to watch the content, which means we don't have to pay you, you know, advertising revenue too. Because it docks your full government too. Wait, really? Ooh, that's rough. Ouch. Gamers Nexus did a video saying they also the AF received a video actually wrong. I'm not even surprised. I think the worst things are like, I think for me, I also hate the auto dubbing feature a lot. Like, I think it's because it always sounds so fake, right? Because obviously it's an AI voice, auto-generated voice with an AI-generated translation, right? And because of that, it always just sounds really awkward. And I would rather read captions, right, than listen to the fake voice. So this came to mind recently because I was watching I found a City Skylines YouTuber who was making an interesting stream, but he's actually Portuguese or Brazilian, one of the two, because he was speaking in Portuguese. And because of that, I didn't understand what he was saying, but he had a pretty nice voice. But he also had auto dubbing on his videos. So when I clicked on the video the first time, it automatically pivoted to the auto dub instead of the original language, and I listened to it, and it was like that really weird fake voice that you hear on all those AI voice TikTok videos. The high-pitched one that I'm trying to think of the example, what it sounds like. It's like the male high-pitched one that sounds like he's I don't know, like a frat boy in a way, or a tech bro, and I hated it so much. And it was just obnoxious to listen to. And then they did it again when I was trying to watch a video. I was trying to... Okay. There's a video of a guy who basically did the Japanese train announcements, but including all the sound effects, but just him doing it. It was fun to listen to. And then one time I pulled up the video again and it just auto-dubbed it, and I was like on my phone and I could not turn off the auto-dub. I had to install a hacked version of YouTube and switch the emulated device from Android YouTube to like VR Android YouTube to make it go away. And it was so annoying. I'm like, why is this thing being shut? I hate it so much. I don't know. I know we hate complaint. I know we've beaten AI, the topic of AI, to death, but the fact that it just keeps coming up and coming up and coming up over and over and over again. It's just so obnoxious, and I'm going crazy. You're getting ads in Arabic? Why are you getting ads in Arabic? Does it think you're Arabic? Here we go, I found the video, hold on. This is a fun video. Hold on, this is fun. I'll show you real quick the YouTube video that I was talking about that I tried auto-dubbing it when I was trying to watch it on my phone. Also, oh, hold on, medical emergency. Brony's, yeah, that Luciferium need is just gonna be, I think we might have to kill Brony. I can't get any Luciferium. Hold on, this is a funny video. Like, this guy just does all the sound effects, but hold on, let's see here. Yeah, so there's an English auto dub, and there's the here, listen. You'll understand why this drove me mad. So here's the normal version. Okay, so he's doing all the sound effects and stuff himself.
Please stand behind the yellow line.
Okay, so that's that, right? Here's the really bad auto dub.
The rapid service bound for Hachioji will arrive at platform 4 shortly.
There's no soul in it.
Please step back to the yellow tactile paving as it is dangerous.
There's no soul in it. It's just text-to-speech. It's awful. He doesn't even overdub this part.
The rapid service bound for Hachioji has arrived.
Yeah, anyways, I hate the auto dub function. It's awful, it's garbage, it sucks. And every time I try to watch a YouTube video, now it always tells me like, hey, this video is in auto dubbing. Would you like to watch it? It's like, I get the idea that it could also, spread, share content in a language you're not familiar with and make it more accessible to people. So I get it. But at the same time, I'd rather just be like, can you just put the effort into, I don't know, put captions instead? And I feel like people would be way happier if there were just captions. I would rather want, I love watching YouTube videos with captions, especially those travel videos. I don't care if I can't understand what the hell they're saying. If there's captions, I'll be fine. Right? But it's very unfortunate that the whole trend is just towards AI garbage nowadays, and it sucks. I know some people who are like really into AI content, and they love being like, oh my god, I can make this cool thing with AI, and I'm just like, but you're kind of just not really you're not actually doing anything. I shan't say names, but there are people that I know that are really kind of all in on that whole AI vibe. It's very, very unfortunate. Hello, Infidave, how are you? There's one that forces the original audio? What do you mean? Like an Android plugin or something? Also, I don't know what happened, but I just opened up YouTube again. Look at this weird video. What is Formula Sushi, and why is this a 10-minute long video? Wait. Is this actually just like conveyor sushi? What? On a train? Oh my god, wait. Who makes this? Who makes this? Oh my god. I guess if you watch Formula 1, this is infinitely funnier. Or any other racing program, but it's literally just sushi on a racetrack. Okay, I was just curious what this was. That's really wild. Okay, what was the message before that? I'm sorry. You could have watched the Blue Archive JP character piece. Oh wait, did they auto dub those too? Did they auto dub the memorial lobbies? That's awful. I don't know. Like I said, I have a very negative opinion of AI dubbing and stuff like that, and any game that uses AI anything is just kind of like gets an immediate black mark on my list of games. Like, kind of why I don't want to play Arc Raiders. I get that they why is my nose so stuffy? Oh my god. I get that the voice actors consented to having their voices be recorded for AI stuff, but it doesn't mean that I have to accept it, and I can still choose to be not wanting to partake in such a thing. Because every game is doing it now too, and it sucks. Like, Call of Duty did it recently. Oh, and the other thing too that was really annoying, there's been a couple game companies that are saying, oh, Steam needs to remove the made with AI warning label on video games because it's going to be normal in the future. And Steam is like, no, we're going to keep that there. And then Tim Sweeney of Epic Games is like, no, I agree. We need to remove that label because it's a black mark on games. Like, listen, they know exactly why they want that label removed. It's not because it's, you know, AI games are becoming normalized. It's because they know people don't want to buy a game that has AI anything in it because there's no soul in the game. Yeah, also Epic sucks. Like, let's be real, Epic Games is garbage. Steam is okay. Here's the thing, a lot of other monopolies out there in the industry are done through acquisitions and basically beating out other beating out other competitors through buying them out or bullying them out of existence, right? So, for example, like Walmart. Walmart enters an industry, they outprice all the other competitors in the area, like a local mom and pop grocery store, and then just raises their prices once all the local competition is gone. Steam just sells video games, takes a 30% cut, and doesn't do anything else except provide a good service, and 2, supplementary support for all those games like Steam Workshop, Steam forums, Steam guides, and a marketplace for all that other stuff. And lo and behold, every other platform wants to, you know, say Steam should be broken up. It's a monopoly that they're trying to break up, and Steam just has to keep doing nothing, and it will just keep winning. And Epic Games will try to, like, get exclusivity deals, and will just fail every single time. Actually, the funny thing is, if I see a game on Steam on like an Epic exclusivity thing, I will just not buy it until it comes to Steam. Right? When Satisfactory came out on Epic Games, I actually just straight up refused to buy it until it was available. Oh, right. We were being attacked by Shamblers. I was not paying attention. I forgot the Shamblers were here. Whoa, hello. When did they break through my door? Oh my goodness. I wasn't paying attention. We should probably kill this one, shouldn't we? Alright, let's go kill the zombie, because I was not paying attention. Whoopsies. Alright, let's get Steve out of here. No, I just will not use Epic Games at all, no matter what. It's just not worth it to me. Okay, this one's a little harder to kill. Let's get this one out of here. Let's swap him out. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna... Okay, so you're gonna retreat. And then we're gonna get these two over here. Let's get Ray to tend to Steve here. What happened to EDF6? I am not sure what happened to EDF6. But yeah, it's just really funny that Steam wins by existing and just not trying to corner the market in a very negative way. Crazy how that is. Oh my gosh, I don't know. I'm sorry. Sorry that my nose is just like really stuffy. I'm like, I don't know what's going on. Okay, they're starting to deteriorate. Okay, this Arbalist thing is doing pretty good, except for the fact that these Shamblers are really strong. Okay, let's get these guys tended to. That Arbalist is really dang good at what it does. Okay, so Brony unfortunately did die due to Luciferium. We ran out of Luciferium, unfortunately. Short version is that when it launched, EDF6 required you to not only install Epic Online Services, but also required you... Oh, you know what's funny? A lot of games are like that, especially if they had an exclusivity deal with Epic, or they just took like some massive amount of money from Epic. Because you know what's funny? That's not the only game that's done that. You want to know an example? Okay, so I used to play this game called Payday 2. I loved Payday 2. I put in an unholy amount of hours into Payday 2. Actually, I'm kind of curious how many hours I put in that game. Oh, sorry, Yuri. No, when I said Yumi, I meant like a bow. Like, I partake in Japanese archery. Also, I'm like 15 minutes late to your message. I'm sorry. Let's see how many hours I put into Payday 2. I actually love that game. Where'd it go? I put in 177 hours into Payday 2, and I stopped playing way back in like 2022 or something like that. And one of the issues that happened apparently is that in one of the more recent updates that they did is that they required you to essentially hook up a Epic Games account to actually play online now. And it's just annoying because it's like, the game was perfectly fine on Steam, but I think they released it for free on Epic. But the only way to get them Epic to play with Steam was Epic required you to use an Epic account, which was kind of unfortunate and sucked. So I basically don't play said game anymore. It's not really worth my time, and it was the end of the adventure in, you know, Payday, and I didn't even bother buying Payday 3 because Payday 3 is kind of a disaster right now and it's not really worth it. Yeah, so Japanese archery is pretty tough. I have been using a 10 kilogram draw bow, and I am switching to a 12 kilogram draw Yumi whenever I get mine, which I'm sure will be an interesting experience because it's gonna be a little heavier to draw. 2 kilograms more is like what, 5 pounds, I think. 2 kg to LBS. That's like another 4.4 pounds of draw, which I think I'll be okay. But I have been apparently struggling with doing a full draw, something that my sensei has been saying, you need to pull more. And I'm like, oh. Every time I think I'm pulling all the way, I'm apparently not. So yes, Japanese bows are very tall. Yes, it is. I have photos of me doing it and a video, but for comparison, it's like, I don't want to say it's like, it's really tall. A Yumi, here, let me pull up an image real quick so you can understand. Yeah. Like, because it's just like the size of it, like comparative to a person, it's very large, right? Like when it's fully strung and undrawn, it is like, I don't know, it's like almost 2 heads taller than me is the best, or more than 2 heads. It's very, very tall. And it's very much like, it's asymmetric, so the top is going to be taller than the bottom half and things like that. Requires a decent amount of draw. By the way, this is I hate doing this where you have to, I'm very awful at this where you have to keep your second arrow in your hand. This is weirdly difficult for me to do. No, the height is not necessarily related to draw strength. I think the height is mostly, well, one, it's got to be like the right size for an individual, I guess. Higher draw strength at smaller sizes mean it's going to be harder to pull and the material is going to be way stiffer. The other thing is that taller Yumis are better for people with, well, obviously larger arm spans, right? Oh, there's a feral child. Can we tame it? Okay. I do not have a long arm span, so... but I knew a guy who was really tall in our class, and he had, like, some ridiculous... I think it was like 18 kilogram draw Yumi, Oh, hold on. There's something attacking. What's in here? What's attacking us? Oh, shoot. There's a wild animal. Alright. Kill this thing, please. Maybe we don't want it to kill our animals. There we go. Okay. Well, I guess we'll eat these. That's fine. That's fresh food. This will berry brony now before I forget. Rake and berry, right? Yes. You know, with spare saw blades, like holding it like that? I don't know. I can't do that. It's frustrating. It's very difficult for me to do it because I don't think I have very big hands. And on top of that, since when we're practicing, we usually keep a rubber tip on the arrows, and so it makes it really large, like almost like imagine like holding a thing that's maybe like 2 millimeters wide, and now you're having to hold on to something that's like a whole centimeter wide, and that's how much you're holding in like it with just your pinky and your ring finger and trying to make it not fall while you do the full draw with the same hand. It is a lot. You're gonna need to go download a mod manager like CurseForge or something else and look for the ATM10. I will try to post instructions tomorrow so people can get ready and download everything they need to get ready to stream or to play when we go live. The opposer, so hopefully that'll make sense. Like I said, we're probably gonna do day one is just let's go to creative and build the spawn together, and then Thursday is all right, I'm wiping everyone again and you're gonna just good luck. And yes, I probably will whitelist, so I will need people's names. Probably tomorrow I will post something. I'll make a thread on the Minecraft channel and be like, hey, need names here, go. And that's probably how we'll do it. It's probably the easiest way for me to manage it that way. Hopefully that makes sense. Also, we have somehow ran through all of our smoked meat. Can I smoke vegetables? Oh my god, I can smoke vegetables. I can smoke vegetables. Ooh, I can smoke. Okay, hold on. You also know. Okay, so hold on. Let's do this forever. We have no meat to smoke. Smoke the veggies. And then I'm going to copy this and link it here so that it's the same exact order. So at least both of these can be smoking at the same time. You can, in fact, smoke human meat. I have to double check what the whitelist is needed, what name is needed for it. I don't 100% know myself because I have not done... You have to remember, I have not done Minecraft server management in forever. Last time I did like Minecraft server management was like, I don't know, a while ago. Like I think maybe when I was in high school or college is when I would do them last, but it's been a long time. I miss that era though. I used to do FTB Ultimate and all those expert mod packs all the time. We are a decent distance away from the industrial era, mostly because we don't have enough people. Like we don't have enough thinkers, people who can sit around and think about what the next technology we need. There's just not enough people who can do that. In fact, we barely have enough people who can survive. In fact, I need someone to clean. Okay, your number one goal is to clean. You will fish. And you will clean. And that should be enough to keep us going. Hopefully that helps us survive in the coming days. Also, that reminds me, I gotta remind a friend, like, hey, we're doing Minecraft. Hold on, let me ask my friend real quick. I gotta send him a message. Send them a message. Okay, sorry, I had to just send something. Okay, there we go. Anyways, what were you saying, Garb? What is the thing that is the by, as the kids like to say nowadays? Not gonna lie, boss, we really need to clean this. I know, I have ordered some of these new recruits to be cleaning specialists because, good lord, not only is it just that, but just the entire exterior of the colony has been a disaster. Like, look at even just here. Like, the walkways are just filthy. There's not been any way to clean this until now. In fact, I'm gonna order this one to clean the dining room first. Also, we need to make sure we have enough wood to survive. the winter, because we didn't have enough wood last time, and that became a huge problem. So I think we have enough for now, but once winter... Okay, yeah, we have a lot of wood here, so maybe we don't store it in there, please. I don't know why it's here. Make sure that goes in the right spot. You mean a cleaning robot? A cleaning slave? A robot-made slave? Whatever word you want to use to keep, you know, someone to clean everything, right? You learned the hard way that while chicken and beef broth are great for cooking rice, ramen broth is not... Oh, God. Okay, just so I understand this. You took ramen seasoning packet. You mixed it with water. And then you decided to cook your rice in it. That, I feel like, is gonna be very, very salty. Oh, that's not it? Okay. Explain, elaborate on what happened, so I can be the judge of the actions that you've undertaken, because now I'm curious. What else do we need to do to expand? We just need to find a way to make sure we have comfortable living for the foreseeable future. That's really what we gotta do. Wait, ramen broth from a box? Oh! Like the, I think I know what you're talking about. Like from the grocery store, right? I've seen those before. Like, I think there's one called, like, Ocean's Halo is one of the brands, and I think the other one in the US is, I think it's literally just called Simply Asia. And they're not usually ramen broth, they're like ramen-inspired broth. And you don't have to add any water, it's just you use the box as is. It's not a concentrate either. It's literally just a broth in a box. I think I've tried them before, and I came to the conclusion that I didn't like any of them. Like, especially the miso one, for some reason, just tasted really bad. I think I'd just rather make my own broth from scratch, which I've done multiple times before. Like, I know how to do it. But I'm also very, very painfully picky about my soups, so, you know. I have learned some soups are worth the effort, and some soups are just not. But yeah. How did it taste? It sounds like it tasted a little questionable. Stuart is willing to join. Yes. All right, Stuart. Welcome aboard. I am going to give you... Okay, so you are a Neanderthal who also has bull horns. Oh, okay, cool. We're going to assign you. All right, Rare Pickle. Is Rare Pickle still here? Well, he's getting it anyways, because he was last seen 100 minutes ago. All right. Rare Pickle is a pyromaniac who grew up to be a deep space scrapper. Slapping around, or scrapping ships, just like Hard Light, Space Breaker. I cannot remember the name of that game properly every time. Psychically sensitive fisherman, kind, annoying voice, and decent construction skill. What is the name of that game? I'm forgetful. Hard Light Shipbreaker? It was a cool game. I liked that game, but I know it made race 6, so we never played it on stream, like, after, like, 2 or 3 times. Hard Space Shipbreaker, thank you. Yeah. Also, did you know they got, like, acquired by another studio called, like, Blackbird? And I think they're gonna be working on something new soon that takes place in the Hard Space universe? Or something along those lines? Yeah, I'm only in some soups, that's right. I only pick the finest quality soups, okay? What do you mean no content? I thought the game had a decent amount of content. I think the only thing about it was, like, the ships that you got to disassemble were a lot smaller than I was hoping for. I wish they were bigger. But, I understand that, like, maybe the game just couldn't really support really big stuff. Have I've never streamed Nebulous Fleet Command? No particular reason. I remember looking at it a few times and I thought about it. This game is still in early access. When was the last update? Very recently? Okay. Early access since February 2022. Oh, only one guy was responsible for the ships in Hard Space Shipbreaker? I mean, that would also... I mean, I don't know. I have no idea if that's true or not, but... I do remember, like, a lot of the ships were very small. Like, they were they were basically, what, corvettes and similar size, like, maybe a couple destroyers. Like, very small personal shuttles as well. You know what, though? I bet you Hard Space Shipbreaker would have been... That game would have gone hard as a multiplayer title. Can you imagine? I swear, there's gotta be a group of people... Like, if they had turned that game multiplayer, you just get you, 3 to 5 of your buddies, and you're all working together to tear a ship apart, and it's just going to... One of you is actually going to destroy something that you're not supposed to destroy, and everyone's going to start panicking as you try to work together to stop it from... You know, stop the nuclear reactor from exploding. But that's half the fun. Really feel like that's a game that could have used a multiplayer opportunity. Oh, we got betrayed by the other refugees. Except for Rare Pickle. Rare Pickle did not betray us. Because he loved our colony so much, he was willing to stay no matter what. And you know what? Bravo. Alright, we gotta go kill the last guy, though. We gotta kill these other ones before they destroy everything. There's probably other ship-destroying games, yeah. Let's just wake that up. Alright. Let's get these guys smacking some of these bad guys. I need one of them to live, though. I don't want to kill them all. Okay, so the reason why is I'm going to capture this one. And I may... Oh, Jesus, it's going to turn into an oven soon. Okay, shoot, we got to get out of there. It's too hot. We may be losing some of our houses here. Okay. Oh, did Ray get knocked out? Okay, so hold on. Let's go rescue Ray. And then... If I hold this open, does that stop the temperature from... Does that balance the temperature out? No, because apparently doors don't balance... Okay, so that's annoying. They're gonna cook alive in here. Unless they're fast enough. Hold on. Maybe they can stop the fire. Okay, nope. Okay, okay, just get him out of here. And then you need to quickly go in here and get him out of here. Oh, we're just gonna lose this one. That's fine. Just let it burn. I think this house is lost. Oh, actually, hold on. Because we gotta make sure... Okay, so hold on, I have an idea. So, what if we do this? Let's go here. And then quickly dismantle this one, and this one. And then just try to alleviate the heat pressure inside of there. And then maybe we can rescue the house. So dismantle this one. And then dismantle this one. Okay, and then we gotta try to get rid of this. Okay, so... Okay, everyone who's awake. Okay, so you need to go back and rest. You're dying. Okay, Ray is too injured to do anything, unfortunately. And then Airman, I need you to be a doctor, so you have to tend. Immortal's still stuck in bed. You on draft. Okay, we gotta rescue the prisoner. Some people don't... I mean, space engineers, sure, that sounds about right, too, actually. Like I said, I'm just saying that Hard Space Shipbreaker as a multiplayer title would have gone crazy good. Game didn't add stuff during beta release. Oh, really? Okay, so that's probably why they had... I mean, to be fair, I think the core gameplay loop was fine. Maybe they didn't need to add anything else than what they already added. So I can kind of understand them choosing to not do too much more than what they already did. Oh, this man's cooking up in there. The fire's almost put away, though. Okay. Fire's been put out. We can repair everything. Given enough time. Okay, put the wall back. And I did that wrong. Oh, God. Okay. Need to stop doing that by accident. Thank you. Let's go back to the correct pool. 1, 2, 3. Okay, so that'll fix that. Right, so you are dying. You need to go into a bed. Okay. Who's the doctor? Okay, so Steve needs... Okay, Zeoposer needs to tend to himself. We lost the prisoner. That's fine. We're not trying to construct a pyramid. Oh my goodness. People are getting infections, though. That's really bad. Sky Peon has not had a chance to be tended to, so that's not good. Alright, get Arani out. Arani's fine. I need the others in here. Okay, so you're tended. Arm's being a doctor, fantastic. We gotta get that infection taken care of. Our Skypian's about to lose their leg. Why are you in so much pain? Probably because you were on fire. Well, you actually got smacked around by a shambler, and I wasn't paying attention, so you got clapped by it. Okay, so I need you to tend. Izzy Opposer's gonna tend to that. Okay, so Izzy Opposer's here. Ray is comfortable walking again, that's good. I know the other prisoner died, right? Okay. We have not been able to find a fresh lung, and it's starting to drive me crazy. We need lungs! Ugh. Also, Ray, every time we go into a fight, Ray just loses another, like, digit. So, on Ray's left foot, she only has her second toe and her pinky toe. Ray's missing... only has her thumb and her index finger on her right hand. She's... wait, not even her index finger. What is that? It's her thumb and her pinky? It's like a crab. Oh my god. Ray's hand has turned into a crab hand? That's tragic. Okay. The problem is that we're not really gonna find fresh limbs, I think. I think the only way to find that is if we went to the Merchants Guild and were able to find something to trade with them, or we go to a local town and maybe they had something that's worth trading for. But the question is, will they have anything worth trading for? I'm not sure. But we definitely need new bits and baubles for their limbs. Ah, Skypian's got another infection. Oh my goodness, Skypian's just not getting a break. Also, we ran through all of our medicine. So that's not a good sign. Let's see if we can have Steve preach health to Skypian. Maybe that'll be enough to maybe give you a little bit of a boost. Okay, that's fine. It's this one that's I'm concerned about. 13% is really bad. But a preach health might be enough. Okay. We do have EPOE installed, yes, but we can't research it until we have machining. We can't do machining until we have electricity. Guess what we don't have? Electricity. That's right, electricity is a little out of the wheelhouse of our tribal-themed individuals, so not happening anytime soon, I think. Alright, that's still broken. Good to see. That's still broken. Good to know. Maybe I should just kill these two. Do a chitin key? What do you mean a chitin? No, you'll be fine. Listen, you should be researching, but I think your pawn wants to do other things right now, like building things and mining things. I'm gonna lower your mining desire to 2. And I'm gonna crank... actually, yeah, we don't really need to dig out that much stuff. I know, pyroxene or just anything else, but we don't even have Nutramine. We barely have the resources to survive. Actually, these guys have anything on them? This one had Go Juice. What did this one have? What do the other corpse have? You're carrying a simple meal, and you're carrying... oh, look at that. She actually had like a nice little flower crown. What a shame that she had to die. Maybe if she wasn't such an evil individual, she could have lived. This run definitely has been something. I will say, unlike a lot of other runs, this one is definitely a high lethality run, which at least provides for some interesting storytelling. Like, oh, another disease cycle. I'm going to have to kill some of these things. There's so many animals here, and I have no way to feed them all. There's, like, no more nutrition in there. Also, I wasn't paying attention to all these meteors, but for some reason your meteors have destroyed some of my crops yet again. And also, we haven't been able to harvest these potatoes in a while. That's fine, that's fine. That's fine, I think it'll be tended to, that's okay. Okay. As long as we have enough food for a while, but we may need to haul these in quickly. Alright, I don't know why it's not being hauled in. Okay, that's fine. Okay, that's fine. Yeah, small cut, instant death. I mean, listen, we don't even know about germ theory yet, okay? Germ theory is a thing that we know is a thing that exists, but it's not something that we've really thought about ever. So now it's time that maybe we should put some thought into germ theory to make sure we don't explode. What we will do, however, is go... Oh, wait, hold on, we got a new person. Their name is Quail. Alright, Quail, your new job is to tend to the crops. Quail's actual name is going to be... Let's find out. Wow, congrats, Infidave. Welcome back. You're never free from here. You are a craven, hardy, easily amused, a brawler, and nimble. So you will not be mining. You will be tending to the crops. Get back to the rice fields. All right, it's time to embrace your culture and make rice. Are you really free? You're really free? I gotta hope we can find Luciferium to save Immortal. Is there any way, is there anything else I could do to maybe fix this? Or is it just the Luciferium? You think these guys sell Luciferium? I can't remember if the Merchant's Guild had any Luciferium. We could also try trading with the Thinotqua at the hill, which might be fine. Let's see, let's try that. Let's also get these corpses out of here, because I don't want to deal with them. Maybe we should try some Judo, or try to use some Judo, but Judo's 12 is definitely debuff. I would definitely recommend it if you can. It's very meditative, and it's a lot of... I derive a lot of enjoyment from it. Even though it's very difficult. I don't think I'm as good at physical martial arts, so I know we do a lot of like jujitsu, kenjutsu, jojutsu, and kyudo. And I'm fine with most of it. I just don't like jujitsu because that one involves a lot of throws, and I get kind of sick after getting thrown around enough times, and it's very annoying. So I vastly prefer anything that doesn't involve throws. Like, I love doing Iaido and stuff like that. Iaido is very enjoyable to me. Saw a meme about the nuisance YouTuber in Philippines. Wait, who's the nuisance YouTuber and why is it in Tagalog? Or is there a nuisance YouTuber in the Philippines? Okay, you know what's kind of funny? I have to talk about this. So, I have relatives who like watching Filipino channels, and I did not realize that there is a literal genre of YouTube where it's just rich Filipinos taking their domestic servants with them to international destinations like Taiwan, Japan, China, Singapore, and just basically buying them gifts and showing off, like flaunting their wealth. And they all use this ridiculous like sound effect. I was like, this annoying like laughing duck thing. I don't know. It's like an actual genre of YouTube content. YouTube Vitality baptized behind bars in the Philippines. Oh my god. But yeah, it's like an actual genre thing, because you have to remember, like, a lot of Filipinos end up becoming, if they don't become nurses and they want to go international, they end up becoming like a domestic servant or like an au pair or whatever it's called. Bro got baptized into being a Filipino. Oh no. Oh. A fate worse than death, perhaps? To be baptized into being Filipino? And I don't know, I guess it depends on your interpretation of, is that a curse? Yeah. But anyways, a lot of Filipinos end up being like an au pair or au pair? Or domestic servant or a nurse in order to travel internationally and essentially get out of the Philippines, because it's the easiest way for them to get out, especially for women. That's why, and my understanding too is like in a lot of other countries, like in that general Southeast Asia area, like their entire like medical system is just entirely held up by Filipino nurses. I was reading some article the other day about how, like in Singapore especially, there's so many so many other nurses are Filipino that if they all just got up and left, the entire Singaporean medical system would just collapse. Because the thing is, Filipinos are, a lot of them become nurses because one, it's an easy way to get out of the country, and two, like their nursing standards are more or less brought up to the same standards that US nurses have to, you know, get educated up to, right? So, oh, did they limit it? They limited 2 decades ago? Okay. Well, I think the point still stands where it's like, it's still the best option for them, right? Especially if they can use that knowledge to maybe, if not go to Singapore, but maybe to the US or something like that. I didn't realize it was limited, but, you know. Oh, so I need to make sure this stops being darkened. All you know is Duterte. Ah, yes. Duterte. I don't think he's president anymore. I believe he's like just back to being a mayor or something now. But he was the president at some point. And then, if you ever want to know something, you should look up the Filipino. There's a political family in the Philippines called the. What were they called? One of their I think legitimately one of their. Bongbong, I think is what his name was. Bongbong Marcos or something along those lines. Like, you should look him up and then look at his entire family history and wonder how this man ended up into the office when after everything his family did to the country. For a very, very brief descriptor, the Marcos family is a political dynasty in the Philippines that is very, very well known for being a gigantic, which included like almost a generational dictatorship and corruption, where they essentially stole lots and lots of money from the Philippines by taking a lot of that money, spending it on themselves, and what's the word I'm trying to think of? Eventually, they got exiled or something, and they took a lot of their money with them, a lot of their illicit gains, and they somehow became back. And after the exile, they somehow still managed to get back into politics again, and now one of them is president of the country again. So the Philippines is a very interesting history of just political corruption and shenanigans, and it's quite something, is all I'm gonna say. The Philippines is a very unique country, is all I'm gonna say. Would I ever visit the Philippines? Probably not. Probably not. I think not anytime soon with the current anything going on in there. And I've definitely been told, don't go to the Philippines more than once. Specifically, don't go to the Philippines unless you know someone who can go with you and can protect you. And I thought that was a very interesting thing to say. I was like, oh, I wonder why they would say that. And then you realize, oh, it's because this place is a kind of a trap. Anyways, let's talk about more fun things that's not as depressing. Okay. Aside from Minecraft, is there any other games that would be fun as a multiplayer stream experience that we haven't done yet? Except for Jackbox party games, I'm generally not fond of those types of games. We do have a hospital, yes. It's a 5-room hospital. It's not the best place to get tended to, but you know, you'll survive and you'll get tended. Your injuries will disappear in due time. After we made this October, I don't know if we have enough food. So, okay. So I don't want to play Abiotic Factor for one main reason. For whatever, I heard the game is fun, like really good, right? I heard like it's actually a really good survival crafter. One, I don't want to play another survival crafter, and two, I got kind of put off because one of the guys, who I guess who developed the game or something, like kept pinging everyone on the official Rimworld Discord server about it for some reason. And I was just like, I automatically don't want to play this because you keep pinging everyone about a game that's not the game that I'm in the server for. Like, I'm here for Rimworld, literally nothing else. And I'm sure I'm a bit of a minority in that, but if someone does that, I'm just gonna be immediately just turned off. and I'm not gonna want to play it. Because it's just like, listen, buddy, you're advertising to, like, I get it's a similar crowd, but I'm like, I'm just gonna not play your game at all. I probably would have given it a shot, because I know some people were into it. Was the developer named Stellaris, or the person who's pinging everyone named Stellaris? I don't remember. I don't pay attention to the Rimworld Discord that often. I'm only in there just for, like, well, the content I'm there for. Oh, Stellaris? Oh, okay. You know, that's funny. I like Stellaris, but I have not bought any. I'm like 2 years behind on DLC for Stellaris, and that's the main reason I haven't played it in a while. And I heard a lot of the new content's pretty good. Like, they reworked End of the Cycle, and I've been wanting to do an End of the Cycle run in Stellaris, but there's just not a lot of time to play the game. And so I was like, maybe one day. Oh my gosh, we need someone to clean this. Look at this. It's so dirty. Clean this bedroom. Look at all that ash. Is that just gonna stay burnt forever? Oh, it is just gonna be burnt forever. That's so funny. Do I have to replace that? Oh, I think I actually have to replace that. Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Yeah, that has to... I don't know why I thought that would just automatically replace itself. Okay, there should be also a wall here. I don't know how that didn't get walled up. I like Factorio. I don't know. Listen, if I was going to do multiplayer Factorio and we're all going to suffer together, I'm like, listen, we're doing space exploration. Good luck. We're not doing Space Age. We're doing space exploration. We're all going to suffer together. Because it's easy to beat Factorio. You can beat the game in one... I think, like, legitimately, I could beat the game in one stream if I was, like, hyper-focused and I had blueprints ready to go. But I don't want to do that. I'm not a speedrunner. I like to tell a story with the games that I play, but I also don't want to just blitz through the entire thing and finish it in one go, which is a very common thing that I think a lot of people like to do in these types of games. I'm also not Dosh Doshington, who can just play all the most ridiculous versions of these games and be like, I powered my entire factory through beans. I can't come up with that. I'm just gonna build a bus and I'm just gonna make it big and I build railroads. I was watching Martin Cedopantz's what's his name's ridiculous, like, he's doing like a Kerbal Space Program run, but he's doing that one mod that actually makes it so you have to play like you're a space agency where you have to deal with government contracts and like very limited resources, trying to actually make it to Mun. And I thought it was really interesting. I was like, I need to watch this when he finally comes out with a full video, because I'm not gonna watch all of his... I'm not gonna watch the VODs, but I want to see... No, it's a mod. No, you don't understand. It is a proper mod. I think it's the one Rachel's saying. Yeah, RP1. Realistic Progression 1. Yes, it's a full overhaul. It is actually just pain and suffering, and it tries to be as realistic as possible to the adventure of spaceflight. Not just in the sense that, oh, you can just slap together a bunch of parts and make a rocket ship. I mean, you have to go through the effort of research and it's basically like a career remake. And also, unlike KSP with like the whole shrunken down solar system scale, they actually require you to use a real solar system, so you legitimately are going to be traveling like the full proper distance between Earth and the moon and things like that, which I think makes it way more interesting. Yeah, you can't... Yeah, exactly. You have to do this the right way. And you have to start, like, you know, you're starting in, like, the 60s, and you're trying to make your way into the, like, modern and future technologies, which is really interesting. Like, it is such a cool concept. And if I had unlimited spare time, I would probably play this. I do not have unlimited spare time, and I'm not going to subject everyone to watching me learn how spaceflight works from, like, an actual realistic perspective. That's a little much to ask out of people, right? So I'm not going to do that. So, I'm just saying, like, it's funny. But, yeah. No, I haven't played CSP in a while. Last time I did it, I managed to do like a couple landings on the Mun. But beyond that, I was just like, it's like I probably could land on other places, but I just didn't want to put in that much effort, which is really funny because I used to really enjoy. I love science fiction. Science fiction is probably like my #1 most read genre, outside of like, you know, isekai fantasy garbage. 4 colonists to explore a ancient complex. Hack all the terminals in 4.8. Okay, so that might not be a bad quest to do in a bit. You need to get Garm a weapon. I'm gonna give Garm this Erebus for now because I don't have anything else to give Garm. We don't have a lot of range characters. All of our characters are melee beaters. Oh, did you? That sounds pretty sick, actually. Nice. Were you able to do, you know, the family portrait, but in Kerbal Space Program? Okay, I do want to expand the colony a little bit because I know we've been kind of just sitting here watching the colony grow like a bunch of, like watching ants, but it's time to at least make this expand a little bit. Oh, you did? Nice. Even all the gravity assists. Ooh. Guess we're gonna do this. We're gonna make a 1, 2, 3. We're gonna try to avoid the fertile croplands. Yeah, I'm gonna avoid the fertile crop fields, and we're just gonna try to build a bridge across. I think like this is fine. I think it'll eat up a little bit of the fertile lands, but that's fine. And then we'll probably add a like an exit, like somewhere around here, it's just fine. And then this will need a bridge. Let's do a nice, simple bridge like this. Okay, that's fine. What's a pontoon bridge? Okay, that's fine. Any water is fine. Okay. Because this will probably flood at some point in the near future. I'm surprised we haven't been able to grow anything, but at least we got all these potatoes. Sky Peon is managing to botch every single harvest, but you know what? This is the way you learn. You learn by doing it. Yeah, every time you do this, you get better at it. Right? Yes. I still think it's really shame what happened to KSP2. And I know that's the big worry right now with City Skylines 2 whenever a game changes developers or something like that. I still can't believe KSP2 just died. So many people put like their hopes and dreams into Kerbal Space Program 2, and then it's just said, all right, it's dead now. Because weren't they trying to do multiplayer for that? That would have been crazy. KSP with multiplayer? I would have streamed that. I would have been like, all right, who wants to suffer together? We're all playing this on stream. Let's go. But it's a shame. It's a shame. I know, like, I think I know some of the developers chose to move on to another title that was basically the same thing, but with cats now, right? Cat Space Program 2, CSP or something. Catastrophic Existence Failure. I know. It's tragic. Kitten Space Agency, that's the one. Yeah, I think that'll be fun, and it'll be interesting to give a shot. And no, it's not going to be anything about Professor Catgirl allegations. Oh, we're being attacked by something. The local Hypsiliodons are attacking us. Okay, so the little dinos are attacking us now. I don't know what they're gonna do, but I guess we'll have to deal with that soon. You know, let's just lock ourselves in here. We don't have to go explore outside. We can just be safe. We are safe within the walls of Ba Sing Se. There is no war. There is no pain. There is safety in the walls. I think maybe if you don't want to go over there. Okay, we're about to be attacked. Okay, Erebus man, you stand over there, and then Ray and Zeopos will stand right here. There we go, look at this. Drop raid, no. There's safety in the walls. Drop raids don't exist. There is no war in the Rimworld. There is no war in Rim Sing Se. I don't know. Okay, we can open the doors up again. That was easy enough. They're dead. Right? Oh, there's still one more. Oh, shoot. Stab him with... Okay, maybe we need another one. You have a sword, right? Get over here. Okay, we gotta get Infidave a better weapon. Infidave, what do you want? Or else it's dealer's choice. I'm gonna give you a flail. The damage fluctuates greatly. Amazing. Alright. Oh, you can use a shield with this too. Alright, even better. Let's make you a shield. We'll make you a nice heater shield too. Yeah, a heater shield. I'll give you some, like, plate armor. We probably should start making plate armor for everyone. That's actually the other main thing for, like, all of our melee fighters. Like, Xeoposer should probably have a melee armor. The problem with Winter is that it's really hard to justify heavy armor. Hmm. You made the most perfect garden tank into, not into a vegetable. I know. I wish we didn't have to turn you into a vegetable. We'll cure you eventually. Hopefully, if we can get some Luciferium. Now this trader is leaves in 10 days. Maybe we could try to go back there and see if they have anything worth buying. Also, what we need to do before winter, we need to kill all these dinosaurs. Because we need their skins for food. Or, yeah, to trade for food and things like that. To be fair, I think even if he had metal armor, I think the bullet would have still gone through, considering the armor penetration of a blaster bullet. It was just really unfortunate that it hit your head. If it had anywhere else, you would be fine. It just sucks, I know. Let's see. Oh, your fiance's dead too. Oh, Sonia was your fiance. Well, here's the thing. We didn't have a choice. No one had really good range stats. The only solution was to go in there and bash their heads in. And quite frankly, you actually didn't fight them. Do you remember what happened? What we did was we snuck around, we destroyed the weather machine, and we tried to escape after that. Unfortunately, there was a small area where you have to try to dodge some bullets, and you unfortunately got tagged, along with Xeoposer, but in your case, you got hit in the head, Xeoposer got hit in the arm. It is just the unfortunate reality of living out here on the rim. There's always a chance. There's always a chance that something awry happens. And that was just the unfortunate reality. Did you die into Helldivers? Probably. So many people died into Helldivers 1. The Helldivers 1, everyone, like, people were dying every time there was like a huge wave, people would explode. Especially when we got to the waves with the flying bugs. Oh, that was nasty. We need to chop down more trees. Okay, we have Psycho. We should probably make sure we get these. The other thing that I'm running into issues with is people aren't hauling in the food. All right, we're gonna go to the traders. Let's see. Who are we sending to the traders? Let's send in Steve and Skypeon. Okay, and then I will take the dinosaurs that haul things. Take 5 simple meals. Actually, let's crank it up to like 9. Take all of our silver, all of our gold, and then let's take in. What else are we taking with us? All the leathers. I think that armored dinosaur hide, that's worth a lot. And I'll take the jade with us while we're at it. Let's see. Probably don't need the advanced. Maybe hold on to that for now. Let's see what we can. We'll see what we can sell all this for. Go to the trade. It's about a day's journey. Hopefully they'll make it. I'm sure they'll be fine. The way we bring Immortal back is we find Luciferium, and then Luciferium will heal that brain scar. I actually didn't think it was going to be a brain scar, because at first when I saw it, it just said brain, or like headshot, but it didn't say brain scar, but then after we cured it, it became a brain scar, and I was like, ooh, that's really bad. So that's why I was like, oh, this sucks. Like, that's just the unfortunate reality of what ended up happening. Can't do much about that, sadly. Oh, I hope my nose is fine tomorrow. What should we stream tomorrow that's not Rat Game? I will not do Rat Game tomorrow. I want to do something else. I gotta figure out what that's gonna be. I am kind of leaning towards Hearts of Iron 4, but if people don't want Hearts of Iron 4, then I won't do Hoi 4. We're definitely not... We can't do Hoi... Oh, okay, speaking of Battle Brothers, you know what's interesting? Battle Brothers is now published by Hooded Horse. Yeah, I got pinged in the Hooded Horse Discord server like, hey, we publish Battle Brothers now. And I don't think it doesn't really matter considering the game is like, you know, been out for an eternity, and Overhype is just a developer now. But yeah, they are now part of the Hooded Horse collection essentially, which is like, huh. Which is kind of interesting. Still waiting for Menace. I am too. So when I played Menace on stream, I thought the game was fine. I think it needed a lot more polish, but at least the core gameplay seemed okay. But yeah. Let me check something real quick. Yeah, so Battle Brothers and Darkwood 1 are now both part of the Hooded Horse portfolio. I don't think they're going to make any new Battle Brothers content is the main thing. I believe it's all modded content now. Now, I should try some of the modded Battle Brothers content. I've been wanting to try that fantasy one that came out a while ago, because it added like, oh, you can be an elf, you can have magic, you can have women. Because now they're no longer just Battle Brothers, but there are Battle Sisters and Battle siblings, and it's no longer Battle, it's the Battle family. So I would definitely be, oh, actually no, you know, I should do the new Mountain Blade DLC that just came out, because the new Mountain Blade DLC came out and it's all about the Vikings. You can switch to the YouTube channel if Twitch ain't working, Garm. I know that one still exists. But yeah, the War Sales one with the whole Viking shenanigans. I don't know. I didn't play the original Mountain Blade, so my only experience is with Mountain Blade 2. Or is it Mountain Blade 2 Bannerlord, right? Yeah. So I didn't play 1. Oh, it is Legends, okay. Oh, I could do the Legends Beggar campaign. Because isn't that what like a lot of people like to do the beggar run, where it's like, oh, you start as a beggar with garbage stats, but every time you kill someone, one of your stats increases by 1 point, and you slowly get stronger and stronger as you absorb the souls and power of your enemies, or something along those lines. Something ridiculous. Have a good night, Garm. I hope you get some good rest. Hopefully you're not... I think you're feeling good today, right? Hopefully you feel good tomorrow and the day after, and so on and so forth. It's easy to have more talents to steal from the enemies. Oh, interesting. Maybe I'll think about it. Maybe it could be kind of fun to do like a scaling beggar run for the stream. Like, all right, today we're the beggar, and we're gonna become the coolest beggar around. These trees are never gonna grow. We just straight up cannot grow enough crops, which is really frustrating. Unless we have a bajillion potatoes. I think our larders are full enough for the winter. Modded Mountain Blade Toho? I don't want to... I'm not going to say yes, because I don't like being into the game and being like... with the expectation of it being streamed. But that sounds really funny. I need to see a video of that. That sounds hilarious, actually. This is an actual thing? Oh my god, it's real. Toho Gensokyo Warfare. Travel across Gensokyo, fight alongside your favorite characters, and even marry them. I think I'm good. I don't think I need to play this, but that's very impressive that that's even a thing. Toho fans will never cease to amaze me with their dedication to just making fan art and fan content for this game of bullet dodging and cute girls drawn by a guy who, you know, thinks of them as essentially dresses them up like dolls, which I believe is his actual main inspiration for the character designs. Which is crazy to think about. I do like Toho a lot, and I've already mentioned like many times like my favorite Toho characters. But, you know, it's not a game that I can play all the time, and I don't think I've ever streamed a Toho game. Now that I think about it. I used to be really good at the bullet dodging, the bullet hell games, the Danmaku games, but it's been a long time since I played them, and I think if I were to do them nowadays, I'd probably like be really bad, unless the muscle memory came back for the old ones. And if I ever played the new ones, I'd probably just be like, I don't know what I'm doing anymore. Hey, look, our bridge actually got built out. All right, now I need to build a door here until we get the gate. I do want to replace this wooden palisade with stone eventually. Right now, it's just kind of whatever we have available, and it's just a little janky. You're involved with the fan game now? Hey, look, it's the cycle completes itself. You enjoyed consuming the content, and now you're being part of the making the content. Be proud of that. I think that's a cool thing. Okay. Making something, I think, is going to have a lot of fulfillment compared to just consuming content. I actually pulled out my art tablet the other day. I actually was testing out my controller as an art shortcut button thing, and it actually worked out pretty good. So I bought this like micro controller that fits in the palm of my hand, literally, and I've been able to. I was using it to like do rebinding for undo, redo, all that stuff, and it worked really well. Okay, is there any Luciferium here? Oh, you're a member. Okay. Oh, Toho MO in Minecraft. Oh, gotcha. Okay. Okay, so I don't have anything. They have no Luciferium. There sure is a lot of weird stuff, though. Persona recombinations. Gene packs. Harbinger seeds. Digestible mechanoid. Okay. Hold on, maybe there is. Hold on, amnesia drought. Antitox drought. Okay, hold on, wait a second. Cigarillo, stone skin, immunization, juggernaut, serum. Skill trainers like crazy, please. Synthetic tissue. Could you use synthetic tissue for the brain? Probably not. Men's scar. Okay, it says you can replace damage. Could you use this on a brain? Could I afford this? I can afford one. Yeah, both surprises and surprises the premise isn't the first time it's been done. I mean, people love making MMO versions of anything. There used to be a lot of people that were really into making MMO versions of Pokemon, and a lot of those projects unfortunately died. I remember because I was part of the mapping team for one of them. It's just a thing that often is just not realistically feasible to do. Let's get the pain stopper. Muscle stem. Hold on, maybe one of these. What is a corrosive heart? Oh, you put this into a ghoul and then they can spit acid. Okay, got it. I'm wondering if it can fix brain damage. That's why I'm grabbing it. I'm trying to see if any of these things could possibly fix brain damage. But I'm not sure. I do think I kind of want that bionic leg, though. That seems pretty good. We can give that to Ray. And then I know there's a surrogate lung that we'd probably give to Immortal. But I'm not seeing an option that would be feasible for curing brain damage. It's These traders have a lot. Oh my god. Phoenix armor. Wait, I'm actually giving them so much. I could legitimately just buy Phoenix armor. Oh wait, maybe not. Okay, I thought I could. Clothes of every variety you could imagine. Furniture of every kind you could need. It's always been a 10-year project. Oh, okay. Let me think. What else could I possibly get? Joy wire, maybe not. Maybe we'll get the pain thing. Let's buy all the synthetic tissue. Maybe that could help. But an arcade castles wouldn't give me anything, right? Reinforced barrel trunks. Okay, none of that's useful. I think we just buy the glitter world medicine. Okay, so I think this is all we can buy. I thought about buying a person or two, but I decided I'm not going to commit slavery today. So we'll take this and go. Let's take our winnings and let's go back and maybe it might be enough to cure Immortal of those injuries that ail them so. Let's see here. Well, maybe this still needs brain surgery technology, which we also don't have, and that would be a bit of an issue. Yeah. Well, at least at the very least we can get you a lung. At the very least, the lung is the consolation prize. You know what? The other way we could think about it is like maybe the plot line is that Immortal will eventually be cured once we reach the industrial era, and once we get out of this weird medieval tribal flux phase that we've been stuck in for an unholy amount of time. That could be the timeline. Oh my goodness, I hate being sick. I hate that it's winter and we're getting it's like the season to be sick again. Also, I forgot to mention this, but due to schedule, keep in mind that there's only this and the next 2 weeks are going to be the only full streaming weeks, because once it's like the 22nd, I am basically gone for like almost 2 weeks, I think, from streaming. Because, like I said, I don't stream on holidays. Maybe I'll do a Christmas stream, but it's very unlikely. And because I'm going to be up in Canada, and that is going to be a very long time. Because there's only so many things that I'm trying to figure out what I want to do in Canada next time. I will be missed for 2 weeks. You know what's funny? There's going to be a lot of time also in 2026 where I'm going to be disappearing. I have a vacation plan in Japan that's also 2 weeks long. I plan on being gone for basically 2 full weeks. Like, I'm talking like I'm leaving on a Friday and I'm not coming back until the following like 2 weeks Sunday, Monday later. Okay, I want to maximize my amount of time there because that's probably the last I'm going to be in Japan for like a very long time is my guess. So I'm just trying to keep people at least up to date with whatever weird schedule things that I have, because I know you all miss me and you wonder what will you do if I'm not around for your semi-regular content. Yeah, exactly. You'll ask me who I am next year. Exactly. Umi understands. Let's build the wardrobe. Let's put some clothing storage in these houses. That's why we built these. Everyone gets their little wardrobe pod. Just like that. Okay. Ooh, this one's really tight. Okay, I think that's all of them, right? Perfect. What else do houses normally... I guess end tables, right? So I guess we should probably build end tables in each of these rooms, is my guesstimate. Okay, let's do that. Oh, the caravan ran out of food. They'll survive. They can forage some berries, I think. Yeah, alright. It'll be a while until we can find the Merchant Guild again, which is a little sad, but it seems like there's multiple Merchant Guild caravans that spawn around, so as long as you can find them, you can just trade with them whenever they show up. Yeah. Merchant caravans are at least solid for finding rare items that we need. Also, I think we've finally harvested all the potatoes, but I don't think the potatoes are going to grow in time. We are definitely not getting enough heal root. Okay. So I think what we'll do is we'll just have to disallow using the medicines until something important comes up that we need it for. Don't blame Go Japan, wish could. I talked about it before, but I'm very much really deep into the whole like visiting Japan, especially when it comes to just like food, travel, and all that fun stuff. Wow, a solar flare. All of our electrical devices will shut down. What's electricity? We have not learned what electricity is. And I love watching travel, like train videos, model railroad kits. I've talked about it before, but if I had space and money, I would definitely get into model trains. And one thing that I definitely want to do when I'm there, I didn't get a chance to do this, is I need to go to a bookstore and buy a bunch of art books. Because they're so expensive in my area. Like the price of an art book gets up, because I live near like a Japanese bookstore, and you know, the sticker price on the book, like the MSRP on the book will be something like 5,000 yen or like 3,000 yen. And then the store will market like $40 for the 3,000 yen book and like $60 for the 5,000 yen book. Which, for comparison, is you're basically paying double the price than what's listed on there. No, I actually do reference those art books whenever I need some like how to draw something specific, or I need to get an idea of how something is drawn. So I have a couple art books by some artists that I enjoy. Character references, like there's a Contact Collection one, there's 2 school uniform books on there, there's one by Kantoku, there's one that's basically hybrid Western Japanese fashion, there is one for my favorite TRPG of all time, or I guess it's the term is SRPG, a Tactics Ogre, and stuff like that. No, I don't have dojins. I think Ray would kill me if I had a dojin in my stash here, so I don't have anything like that. Just gonna buy all their medicine real quick and why not buy some of their food too. Actually no, just buy the simple meals is fine. Yeah, that's fine. Yeah, I'm talking about US dollars. No, Ray would never allow me to have such material hanging around in the house. Any Blue Archive? I don't have any Blue Archive art books. At some point, I probably will buy the official material books. I was having a lot of fun reading about like the anniversary stream and learning about how they design certain characters. And I think it's also just like a very interesting... It's a very interesting insight into how they like how character design operates. The process of like refining a design multiple times and going through multiple iterations until you find the design that hits right. Because I remember seeing like how they did Alba's design and how she did like 5 of these different designs, and it was really cool to like read, and all like they went with this design first, but then they didn't like it and they had to change this thing about it, and there was like a version where she had like a scarf and like the eye covering bang, stuff like that. I don't know anything self-published. Oh, actually, some of these are self-published, I think. Let me double check. I think this one is. Let me see. Let me check. Oh, jeez, my hair. Ow. Hold on, oh, Jesus. Ah! Shoot. My hair got caught in my headset. Which is a legitimate problem that I have sometimes. I need to get a new headset. I thought about buying a new headset on Black Friday, but I didn't find any that I really wanted to buy. So, okay, I was going to say this book is independent. Sorry, no, I don't have anything self-published. I thought this one was self-published, but I realized on the back, no, this is published by Kadokawa. It's an art book about it's like a fashion art book. Oh, I do have, okay, no, I'm right. I do have a few. One, Klaus actually, so my regular model artist Klaus, he actually did release an art book. So, remember Klaus? Hey, he drew this. He drew this. He actually did release an art book. And he actually sold it at at Comiket. Hold on. At least I can find it. But yeah, he actually did release an art book, and here we go, I found it. Let's see here. Oh, I gotta put it on Firefox. I don't know if this is even still for sale, which is the funny part. Oops, wrong tab. Here we go. I always like advertising real homies. So like, yeah, he did an art book here. It's a Blue Archive art book featuring a lot of guest artists, including Hyde, Lirin, and all these other folks that you may or may not recognize, because I've definitely commissioned a few of these folks myself. And then he did another one too, featuring some more guest artists that were part of that original one. Or I think these might all be new ones too. So I actually have both of these as well, and a bunch of other stuff too, because it's like, hey, it's a might as well support them. I mean, the problem is that in Western discussions, the term doujin is definitely much more pointing towards not safe for work materials. Like, as much as I understand that it is referencing to independent materials, but in Western anime conversation, it very much refers generally to... Oh my god, this one took out Garm's corpse from the grave. Bury that Garm back. To not safe for work materials. That's just how it is. Oh, I also have a bunch of art books from various anime and manga, because like one of my favorite artists that I don't see a lot of works of anymore is Abeck, also known as what's his other name? I forget. Oh, Bunbun. Bunbun was one of my favorite artists that I was like a huge inspiration like early on for like kind of how eyes are drawn. Because he did like Sword Art Online and Yuki Yuna. Also, hello Granitier, how was your stream? Thanks for the raid, comrade. How was yours? What were you playing? I'm curious. Let's see. Let's also do this shout out real fast. Granitier. Ah, you're also doing Rimworld. How was your space adventure in the Rim? Did you have a good time? Let's see. Tiled bathrooms. Oh, I know. The tiled bathrooms are a little weird, but I was like, it's probably okay. Listen, the tiled bathrooms, it's mosaic, because maybe we're a little more, what's it called? I can't think of the word. Civilized. I guess flagstone technically would have been better, yeah. But I was already using flagstone for the outside, so I was like, eh. Very well, you're sort of returned fan of CE. Said, ah, yes, what is your solution for dealing with the CE centipedes? That's the real question we gotta be asking ourselves. But yeah, Bunbunin is like one of my favorite artists, and I have a couple of his art books, and I've been meaning to get more of them if I ever get a chance to, but it's kind of hard to get my hands on those things too. A little unfortunate. Let's also kill more wildlife. The thing with all these dinosaurs is that it's really annoying to find animals to kill for food, because we actually have to go out of our way to manually kill these things because of how difficult this thing is. But anyways, yeah. Smacking down SPG-9s and 9mm was used by... Oh, okay. I'm more surprised they managed to survive. I mean, 2 shots 90mm against a centipede. I guess it kind of depends on how the shot was and what ammo you're using. That probably makes a lot of sense. I actually do also collect CDs too. There's a couple independently published CDs that I have from V singers that are no longer active, and I think also one of them is just not a doujin, but it's more like this was sold by Hololive. I actually, you know what's funny? There was a point when I had a lot of spare money and I was just like buying like VTuber anime CDs for some time, and I think one of the coolest things that I have is what is it called? Trying to find it. I have the physical copy of Tokino Sora's CD, Wonderland, which, oh, it's called My Loving. It's this CD, which I guess is only worth $25. It's actually not that expensive, but I remember buying this. I was like, ooh, this is so cool that I have one of her CDs. Yeah, if you're a Hololive, you can release CDs. So she had a CD released, and it was called My Loving. It's a fun CD to listen to. It's got some cool songs in there. I really enjoyed listening to Wonderland a bunch of times. But yeah, this is it's not her debut album. I think it's her second album what it was. So I still think hold on, if I can find it. I'm actually kind of curious about the value of one of the oh yeah, see, here's the other thing too. So I mentioned this before, I'm gonna mention it again, but there was a V singer from an eternity ago named Salah R, right? And for whatever reason, her content just got deleted off the internet. Well, her channel, it was like a V singer project, and I think the manager of the project, I think, had a crash out, took over the channel, and started like shilling some kind of like weird conspiracy crypto thing, and it was very tragic because the project basically died. This was the cover of the first CD, and I have this one, and I was gonna get the second CD, but I think the whole project died before I could get my hands on it, which was really sad because I loved how she sounded, and it was an amazing singer. And then apparently you can find the second album CD on eBay for $160, which is really annoying because the first volume cost me like 60 USD to buy. And if I had known, and when I got it at the time, they had already done the crowdfunding for the second CD. So technically it is an independent project. They had crowdfunded CD number 2, and I would have backed it if I had known about it at the time, but I didn't. So I unfortunately never got my hands on this one, which is, it's very sad. And obviously buying and getting it shipped would be kind of a little, it'd be a little difficult considering that price there, 160 USD for this CD. Anyways, I don't ever know what happened to the original singer of the voice. However, there's been a very popular theory that the individual may have reincarnated into a VTuber agency. Now, no one's been able to fully confirm if it's true or not, but that's generally what's been thought of what happened to her, and I hope it is. Oopsies. I hope it's true. It's always sad, I think, when someone, like a project like that, crashes and burns because of the actions of one individual. But it's tragic. Anyways, that's my little side story segue thingy. Don't worry about it too much. Like I said, sometimes I'll just find something that I really like listening to, and I'll be obsessed with it for some time. And like right now, my musical obsession is like listening to the Has Been Hotel soundtrack, which has actually been really fun and good to listen to if you like Broadway style of music. So recommend giving that a shot if you're into that. Okay, so I think we want to get complex workshops because this will get us access to various tools, and we can make a proper like smithing room. So let's get this. What we can do now is we can build a proper a castle wall. How do I want to do this? Alright, thank you, Grant here. Hopefully you have a good night. Thanks for swinging by. I appreciate the raid too. Hopefully you have a good rest. Okay, so how do I want to build a castle wall? I think I want to build it somewhere here. I think I also need to strip all the plants here too. So let's move this dumping zone, which I don't know what I'm dumping here, but I think it was probably like some kind of corpses or something. Let's just move it over here real quick. And then we're going to shrink it down. Alright. And then I want to build out a proper castle one that we could be proud of. So that would involve moving the research benches and the hospital and the forges. So I think what we'll do is probably keep the forges, maybe... I want to keep the forges. Maybe we'll move the forges here. And then... we'll move the hospital somewhere else. Hello, Kahila. Good evening. That's my thinking. I think we'll have to do that. We'll build... there's no timbered walls here. Oh, I'm out of wood again. Oh my goodness, I ran out of wood. Let's go chop down some trees real quick. Yeah, alright, let's commit tree crimes. I did not realize I had run out. Okay. Not home. I'm doing pretty well. How are you doing? I still need to get a rare pickle, a new weapon. Did we okay, so here's Infidave's flail. Oh, you passed all your midterms, or oh, that's right. Because I remember you passed you failed a midterm at one point, right? But you passed them all now. Congrats. Hopefully that went well, and you don't have to retake anything, right? You can just chill and relax now. Congratulations. I'm very proud of you. You did it. Oh, don't fail any more midterms. Make sure you pass all of them. You have to. It's the only way to succeed. Okay, fine. Is it really... is it... oh, it's the almost... oh my gosh, I forgot. It's almost the end of the semester. You're right. I didn't think about that. It's almost the end of the school semester. Good God, that's horrifying to think about. Okay. You promoted... what does promoting 2 classes mean? But you don't have to finals chemistries. Oh, okay, got it. Okay. Sorry, I'm just trying to drink my water real quick. Okay. Okay, you're talking about your GF. That's something you wanted to ask. Okay, what is your question you wish to ask? Is it a relationship advice? Because I don't really have good advice for that type of thing. Oh wait, hold on. Where's Immortal? Can I put the brain thingy on you? Hold on. Install surrogate. Okay, so I can put the lung. So I can give Immortal a lung, but I can't use the. I guess you do need like a certain tech level to. That's frustrating. Alright, well, let's get Immortal a lung anyways. It's the right lung. We have Ray do it. Probably the most qualified to do this. When you make a monster robot, do you prefer them to be close to human or close to monster robot? Oh. I think it depends on the context of it. Generally, I like things to be more humanoid looking. If it's like a robot, but if it's more monstery, then I mean, just go wild, make it a monster. It's gonna be a monster. Like, if you're playing Monster Hunter, you're not expecting it to be like a human with scales. You want a creature, a beast, something that is primal and ready to slaughter you if you even make the slightest mistake. So I'm of the opinion that your monster should definitely be more monstery than human-y. Right? Oh, that is a lot of dinosaurs that they're bringing in here. Huh. If I kill them all, I could take all their gear. And I failed to install the... oh, you know what? I forgot this room was dark. I need to stop doing that. I do that far too often. I'm not paying attention. It's like a dark room and there's no way the surgery's gonna pass. And I know Alana would yell at me for this. Whoopsies. Your human is shaped, but definitely not human. You have tentacles, no legs, or anything. And while her design is slightly robotic, she's more made of like a posable doll anyway. I don't think there's anything wrong with either of that, right? Slime girls are going to be slimes, and robotic doll puppets are going to be robotic doll puppets. That's less monster and just more robot, right? So, yeah. What's the issue? That's just how you choose to represent yourself, and there's nothing wrong with either of that. It's only an issue if you think there's an issue. Oh, what I thought. I mean, I guess that's what I mean, like I said, that's basically my opinion on it. I think it's fine. There's nothing wrong either way. Gotcha. Well, here's, like I said, my interpretation is that it really depends on the context of what the medium is supposed to represent. So like a science fiction story is probably going to want robots of all varieties, or maybe more humanoid in order to have like a humanoid connection, right? There's been a lot of Japanese science fiction things that I've read over the years, and the way they've done it is every single time there's a robot, it's turns into a cute anime girl. Right? It happens all the time. It's a scary amount of times that this happens. And monsters are usually monstrous unless they are a female, and then they're gonna transform into their humanoid form, and then they're like another cute anime girl. It just really depends on the context. Versus something like, I don't know, Star Wars, where the robots are either humanoid or they're literally just like beep boop 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 R2-D2 style. Slime girl, someone with a candy colored skin. Oh, I see what you mean. Also, Immortal died. Okay, Immortal, I'm sorry. Apparently you died too. We weren't able to rescue you in the end. So the issue is that what actually happened? So you were tended to. Your blood loss was tended. The anesthetic wore off and then you started to die? What a weird thing to happen. Also, hi, you suspicious wizard. Oh my god, that's a raid. I assume you just ended stream and you're ready to go to sleep, because I'm also getting ready to go to sleep too. How was your stream? Let's see. What were you playing? I know you've been playing Gundam a lot recently. Were you playing Gundam again? Also, hello there, raiders. How are you doing? Welcome to Professor Oak's wacky Rimworld stream, where it's going, is all I'm gonna say. Like playing strategy games. If you like strategy games, come by more often. It's a lot of fun. I like doing this type of thing, and hopefully you all enjoyed the mysterious wizard stream. Let's see what you're playing. What is this? Oh my god. Kido Senshi Gundam Kire no Yabo. Oh my god, is this Oduna? Oh, okay. It's a Gundam strategy game. You lost 3 hours of progress. Oh, ouch. Wait, this game looks amazing, actually. This game looks amazing to play. I would play this. I enjoy Gundams. I'm not like super in deep with Gundam and Gundam stuff, but I appreciate a lot of the stuff they do. And I have a couple gun plot kits that I've put together myself, but this looks pretty sick. Oh, and you made a mod. I see. So I'm kind of scrubbing through your VOD, and I see the class that you have, or like that unit that is you in this Conquest of Elysium. I don't know how the anesthetic killed you, but that's all it says, right? So reading this real quick. Okay, so let's take a look at this real quick. So what happened specifically? The anesthetic caused you to expire. My guess is that the consciousness was too low after the brain injury on top of that. So your consciousness probably hit like 0%. It was probably not affecting you until it started hitting the wearing off instead of the active state, right? So like if the anesthetic's in full power, you can't die. But as soon as it started to wear off, then you died. I think that's what occurred here. Yeah, I think that's what happened. Should I do a run where people are allowed to revive their pawns again? Kieran's great, super cool, unless you change some of the events in the timeline. It looks pretty sick. Like, I've never actually heard of this game because I don't play a lot of like the really obscure Japanese titles that never really got translated to English unless it's Fire Emblem. But this looks like my cup of tea. It's like a nice little bit of hex grid. Especially you got space battles, and I see there's a couple. It looks to be like ground battles too. Yeah, battles on the planet and battles out in space. Hell yeah. I know. I'm sorry, Immortal. It just happens, but that's just how the easy excuse is that this is just how the Rim is, but I also understand that there's probably a lot of incompetence in how I'm playing the game that's also causing this to happen. So don't worry, I understand. Anyways, suspiciously, hopefully your stream was good. I would like to raid you one day. I didn't realize you were gonna end already. But you also stream for like unholy amounts of time too. I don't know how you manage to stream for like 10 out, like 7 hours at times. I'm dead after 4. 4 is my upper limit. I know my limits. There's a style map for a space region having its own tactical class. But yeah, I saw the hex map thing, and that's why I was really interested in it. Because it reminded me a lot of like how there's a Hoi 4 mod for this one. I can't remember the exact name of it. Why is there like a clicking sound? What was that? That was weird. Huh. That was strange. Oh, right. I forgot they were a trade caravan. I probably could have traded with them. Oh, well. It's too late now. You can have someone putting skilled pilots. Oh, okay. Could you rename the pilots? That'd be kind of sick, too, if you can, like, rename the pilots after, like, your viewers. That's usually what I like to do in a lot of these games. It gives the game a little bit more investment for people who are watching. Alright, let's see. So we did the funeral for Immortal, which was fairly good quality. I don't think we're gonna do that quest. Don't care about the grav engine. Oh, Ray is the one that has the enough to get the title. Okay. Oh, okay. I mean, that's fair too. That happens a lot. I'm trying to think of like what's another Gundam similar game that's not Super Robot Wars, where because you can't do that in Super Robot Wars either. Because I know Super Robot Wars is all about like the characters from all the different mecha franchises coming together. Still amused that game can't actually officially come out in the West because of the licensing fiasco that game causes. So instead, you have to buy it from Southeast Asia, where they released a full English version there, which is amusing. Yeah, in case you didn't know, that's why you're never allowed to buy Super Robot Wars in the West, because it has to be restricted. Is there actually some in the West? In the US? Oh, here we go. Okay, so apparently... Oh, some of the new ones are available now. Huh. Yeah, I figured it was just licensing. FMW. Oh, Fantasy Maiden Wars, is that the game you're referring to? Toho Fantasy Maiden. This thing is $35, God. Oh, I've seen this game. Yeah, I remember this. God, this is actually the type of game that I would play too. Is this on the Steam Deck? I'm considering picking up a Steam Deck, honestly, at some point, just so I can play all these weirdly obscure SRPGs. Because I love SRPGs, you have to understand. This is like the genre that I grew up with. Oh, but you can't have V. But you can have 30 and Y. Okay, I mean, hey, at least you're getting some of them in the West now. The thing with like these SRPGs is that they just take a very long time to play through, and that's why I don't stream them very often, if ever. As much as I love Fire Emblem, and I really wish we had done the Fire Emblem PME. I wish I wasn't so lazy. Honestly, that's my fault for not getting around to actually doing it. I hope maybe one day we can go back and do another Fire Emblem PME. But ROM hacking it just took so much time and effort, and I didn't have that time this time around to do it. So, who knows? Maybe one day I'll just like surprise, like, all right, surprise stream. It's the PME that you've all been waiting for. We're back and doing it again with the characters that we had listed last time. Maybe that'll happen. You just won't expect it, right? But maybe we'll keep it simpler, maybe without the skills that made the game a little more silly. But yeah, maybe next year. There'll be an opportunity at some point. Anyways, I know you just raided me, Wizard, but I have to go to sleep too. So I appreciate the raid, and for those of you who came in, if you're alive, feel free to press follow and join me in future shenanigans. Otherwise, I'm going to go raid into my friend Let's see here. Let's see. All right, we're gonna raid into D. She's playing Persona. She's been streaming for 11 hours. All right, we'll say hi to the weird degenerate Fujo who's playing Persona 5 for, God, 11 hours. Have a good night, everyone. Thanks for joining. Tomorrow, I don't know what I'm streaming. And then Wednesday, Thursday, we're doing the new Minecraft community server. Oh, that'll be a lot of fun, I'm sure. Bye. I pass out now. I die. Also, because Ray's probably passed out now, too. So I gotta go say goodnight to her. Goodbye. Thank you for joining.